1, 2. Is this working?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hello? Damn it, I was expecting more of a reaction than that. no wonder multiple people are muted.
Yeah.
I was looking back, I was like, damn, I was expecting more of a fanfare. Oh, no wonder everyone's gone. Damn, they fucking left me here.
Yeah. Go live.
Shit! But yes. Greetings and salutations, everyone. I am your resident storytelling snapping turtle. Stay a while and listen. Welcome to Grotto. Welcome to Dund. How are folks? How is everyone? How is the stuffs and the things?
Pretty good.
Doing
Oh my
good.
god!
Just adding into the chaos.
You bitch! I don't have my fucking stuff up to check messages. How dare you! Greetings and salutations, everyone who just came from V's chat, I'm guessing. Hello. Oh my god, but yes. Guess I have to do the whole fucking intro again. Hello! Greetings and salutations, everyone. Yes, I am your local storytelling snapping turtle. Storytelling? I can words. Stay a while and listen. Welcome to D&D. Welcome to... Is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted, V? Is this the content?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
But yes. Welcome everyone in. Hello. How is everyone? How is stuff? How is things? Fuck you, V. But yes, okay, first off, how was the rocking and stoning? I at least saw you were briefly playing Deep Rock Galactic.
I mean, for the most part, it was good. We beefed it on a couple missions, but still, it was a lot of fun as always.
Fair. Also, because I am me, and because I am a because I am V. Where can they find you?
You can find me here on Twitch at VHXVT, and all my socials and shit are on my Twitch page.
Mara.
All right, fine.
I refuse to shill until later. Fuck all y'all.
Fair. Well, Shell the Turtle. I mean, Shell the Turtle later.
But
But
please don't remove my
Miss...
spine.
We'll put it back. It's fine. But I'm Miss Markar. I'm a Witchy Bunny VTuber. You can find me all over various parts of the internet, but mainly Twitch here.
Oh my god. Wait, sorry, V. I just saw the comment. You got 69 on Jetty Boot.
Yeah, I did.
God damn it! We're never gonna win now. Because then if we beat your score, then we're gonna not get the sex number. And then
The funny
Just
thing-
start a new lobby. It's fine.
all right, whatever. Oh, we could try to hit 420. That's true.
Yeah,
That's
the next
true.
milestone
That's
is 420.
yeah, that's a bit of a whiles away. Anyway, Talon.
Hello, I'm Miss Talon. You can find me on Twitch. I'm also a streamer. I stream alongside Miss Marikar mostly, but I have occasionally do my own things. And coming up on my next stream will be the launch of my new model.
She's got a cute new
Yo,
model.
let's go.
She joins into full VTuber.
Let's fucking go.
Damn it, Tixel. I hate
So excited.
that I motivated you to re-download voice mod.
Don't worry, I won't always use it. I promise you, I will be
Good.
responsible with my actions for one.
Aw.
All right. In that case, speaking of segues, Tixel, what words of wisdom do you have to give us for today?
Go follow Nature at his specials on Nature Claws on YouTube, Twitter, fucking Blue Sky,
God damn it.
Tumblr. Go
Ooh.
follow him
I
on
should've-
Tumblr. He does nothing on Tumblr, but do it anyways. Send him PMs.
Yeah,
of,
God, it has been
animals.
so fucking long since I have used
Just keep
Tumblr.
sending him asks about cute animals. Just do it.
I mean, I could hypothetically do an AMA for. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know enough about
Same
Tumblr
time.
culture to
I
navigate that
don't-
space.
I don't have enough stuff set up yet for you to follow. However, poke my channel occasionally at twitch.tv/procrastination. The revolution starts tomorrow. I might be doing things soon. I have no clue. I'm
Yeah.
still working.
Hello?
It's very fair. Yes, the cat girl has spoken. Now for the boy cat. Code, what words of wisdom do you have to give to the chat?
Go follow Nature on Twitch.
God damn it, you literally just did this.
Come on, Ray.
Something else.
Follow him again.
Nah!
Bap the turtle.
Wait, hang on. God damn it, how dare you always twist my words against me.
Always.
But yes, you can find me here. If you're already here and you somehow find me without knowing how the fuck did you? Well, okay, so I know how most of you got here this time. Because someone opened the door. Someone left the door open, and it just a bunch of freaking raccoons clambered their way in. Apparently, they already started a union. It's a time. But anyways, I believe that is all of. Oh my god, there's actual raccoon emote. But yes, I believe that is enough introductions out of the way. Oh shit, that's another thing I need to do. Dice! Segway! Ah! Shit! Hold on, there we go. They totally didn't spill everywhere. That totally doesn't happen
spilled.
every single time that I haven't learned.
I believe you.
You know what? Just because Viatrix VT over here is such a good noodle and a wonderful person and a great streamer and all of the other words of Africa, pick a color.
I mean, you know what it is. Can I get playful?
I can get a purple. Just wasn't sure if you were gonna mix up the pattern of things, but there you go. Purple it is. You Tixel. Pixel, I know that was you. I'm pretty damn certain that was you with that fucking Discord notification.
I think it's just because your mic's a little hot right now.
Oh. Pixel?
I'm here. One moment.
Okay, just making sure because you're a little staticky. You know what? Eeny, meeny, miny. I feel like Mari didn't do it last time, did she?
Did I? I don't remember.
I don't remember. It's been 2 weeks because last week I was garbage. I was sick, kind
Aw.
of.
No, you were. We played last week. It was the week before you were out.
Oh no, sorry. It's the week before. You're correct. You're correct.
It's only been
I'm-
1 week. It's been a hell of a week, though.
It has. Oh, it has. Oh.
Hugs all around.
Mhm. I'm pleasantly surprised I did not get food poisoning. But anyway.
Oh dear.
But yes. You know what? Fuck it. Tall and pick a color.
Blue?
Ah, purple. I feel like we did purple and blue last time as well, but that works.
I was gonna say, I think that happens a lot because a lot of us like purple and blue.
I mean, hey, they're good colors. I will admit
Mhm.
that. That is at least a very fair point. Oh, sorry. I just also read chat as I'm picking dice. Fuck off, mouse. I mean, it was only a matter of time before I found you, Nature, and needed my weekly serotonin boost of Nature Claw's commentary. Oh hush. Oh,
Aww.
kindly. You're gonna give us diabetes. You're gonna give us a sugar high. It's already late at night. I'm not sure how much more we can get. And yes, I'd also like to thank oh my god, all the freaking follows. Ben's 282, thank you for the follow. Fabulous Shiny Boy, thank you for gifting a subscription to Beatrix VT, you ass. Carbonneal, thank you for the follow. Monk, Shiny Boy, Mouse, thank you for get daily bread. Mouse, thank you for the follow. Beatrix, thank you for the raid.
You're welcome.
As everyone ready to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Absolutely.
Well, at least one of us is.
I've got energy drinks and chocolate ready. So
Oh my
ready to bounce
god.
off the walls. I've not even had any yet. This is gonna be fun.
Girl dinner.
Girl dinner.
Usually somehow pickles are usually involved with that. Or am I misremembering?
Yeah, but other times.
Fair enough. Alright, is everyone else ready to play Dungeons and
You didn't
Dragons?
even believe me that was a thing.
Girls love pickles. At least I do. This girl does.
Everyone else ready to play Dungeons and Dragons? I only heard it from one person.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Okay, good, finally.
Recap!
Yes, hold
I'm
well,
not
before
yet.
we get into the
Genuinely, I am not.
recap. Hang on, do you need a minute, Tixel? What are you stuff? Everything good?
I need a moment to set up. I will
Oh,
mute.
oh.
I will let you know when I'm ready.
With the moment we forget I did get this done, it's fine. You could hear rambling. In that case, I'll wait on bringing in the intro recap music just yet.
I guess for all the new people, we could also introduce our characters.
That is a fair point indeed.
Let's take Zombie the final one.
Well, since Mara, you're the one who instigated the discussion, you can go first.
That's fair, right? So for D&D here, I portray the character Yui Shangjian, a massive bumblebee woman, and I tend to talk a lot about her arms because she does have 4 of them. I definitely do a lot of.
Apologize for our pronunciations. We're trying.
Yeah, I speak Japanese. I unfortunately, yeah, Chinese dialects. I'm not that languages and dialects. I'm not great with.
That's very fair. Yes. Yes, indeed. Beatrix. Oh my God, Marakar, is playing a bee kabuto, a meifeng, which the kabuto are one of the homebrew. Yes, or hongfeng. Sorry, yes, meifeng is the honeybees.
Yeah, yeah. The 5-foot tall honeybees versus the 9-foot tall
I guess
bumblebees.
would be for apids in general. But yes.
Yeah, for best points. Yeah.
Well, apids are they the same? I'm not sure.
I was saying, I think aphids are what ladybugs eat.
No, it's aphids. With a PH.
That's what I thought you said.
No, apids with a P.
Aphids. Okay, no H.
Yeah. Yes, vespids is hornets, apids is bees, I believe. I believe.
Okay.
Codes. Who the fuck is Rio?
Rio is a flying cat.
Transition over here.
And he likes to explore things.
He's also been awakened. Don't forget that.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, he can talk. Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, so we have an awakened winged cat in the group, who is definitely not actually a rogue in disguise.
Been using my disguise kit all along.
Honestly, if it's just yeah, Rio, it just reveals their true character this entire time. They were just a gnome in just a cat suit.
Oh no.
The first furry.
Oh no.
But no, yes.
Oh my god, Colin, that is adorable.
I didn't want to say anything because again.
See that, I am sorry.
Yeah, Talon gave us a little sneak peek of her new model. I'm not saying anything because spoilers, waiting for the reveal. But yeah. So Beatrix, who the fuck is Mew?
Well, above table,
Mm-hmm.
Mew is a changeling, born. I hesitate to say born. Created by a hag to basically do the things that hag need done. She is an artificer.
Also, Beatrix here. I heard you coherently, though I'm not sure if chat did. Your audio was kind of going like very loud, very quiet, back and forth.
No, is this better?
Keep talking for a bit.
Hello.
Okay,
Check.
So far, sounds good. Okay. Yes, yes, I believe I heard you through that. That she's indeed a changeling artificer, though I don't believe that's been revealed in game just yet.
It's not.
No one's sussed it out yet.
No one is sus whatsoever. And of course, next up on the list, we have the Depresso Espresso Furry Edition. Tixel, who the fuck is Braun?
Bran Quenan is a Ravenwood, which means that is it for a new moon? He's taken over by
weeks.
an ancestral curse that turns him into a monster that might eat people. At the same time, completely separate from that, he's got something wrong with his head. And if anybody says anything, if it's about anything going on with concentration that may happen this session, we're aware this is how the class works.
Yep.
You keep bringing that up as if Chad is going to call us out on it.
on this class that's fairly obscure.
I'm just getting prepared is all. Come on.
Yes. I mean, hey, we're dealing with a werewolf psychic person here. A werewolf psionic. Yes, there's psionics. No, it's not what you think. For those who are familiar with D&D, we're working with there's a lot of homebrew we're working with here. It's a time.
The talent by MCDM hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored, but we could be.
Really good work.
No. Please sponsor.
No,
you sell your product. You make good shit.
I do.
Oh yeah. 2 out of 3 of your classes.
Oh yeah, I love MCDM stuff. And even stuff with the third MCDM class, the Beast Heart, I totally have been using for inspiration for a few other stuff. But anyways, And last but certainly not least, we have Burb.
Hello.
You're
I'll
telling
be
her his
playing.
ale.
Yes, I'll be playing Ale. She is a Noctura, so an owl folk type race with a magical lineage kind of thing. And I have been cursed with future visions and witchy powers.
Puff witch.
Yes, the Noctura are a slightly modified version of Owlfolk within the setting of Nordareth. And of course, and Ale is a Noctura witch, which is going to be very, very interesting as we see a bit more of that unfold. Yes. Okay, alright, Tixel, now are you ready? Oh my god, now you're muted, I swear to god.
Oh, I've been ready. I was just taking a moment to get ready. I am now. I am existent. Hello.
So now is everyone ready to play Dungeons & Dragons?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I gotta do something real quick. Sorry. I'm joking.
Die! No, fuck you, we're starting. How fucking dare you?
I dare because I'm your friend and I know how far I can take it with you.
I mean, you're right, but also, bitch.
The alternate answer to that is I dare because I'm a brat.
Yeah.
I mean,
that too.
I'm pretty sure that is also true.
Bratty powers.
The tingo scrap. Brat, brat, brat.
You didn't disagree yet, Tixel.
Because there's nothing incorrect about that statement.
Fair enough, you heard it here, folks. Bitch. So, anyways, is there any? Can the party please remind me and please tell the audience what happened last time we left our heroes?
Drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to start off, Rio and Ale were exploring the upper parts of a library, hunting for a specific book that we were hoping to find, and instead found a few other books, one of which seemed interesting to Ale due to some properties it had around a magical item in her possession. Allowed us to, go then off, regroup with the whole party to share our findings and investigate the body of this murder victim that we have been trying to solve the murder of.
There has been a
We found there
murder.
was potential dark magic necromancy being the cause of the murder. The murder weapon was dark magic and necromancy, and
That's all we know, I guess. No, okay.
yeah. And then a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah.
Anyone wants
Really
to
cold.
popcorn off of that?
I'll bounce off that. Yeah, we each were back during the very first session. We were in a dreamscape, and we were each given weird memento items that were tied to some of our memories or some of our visions or things like that. And for a couple of us, that means horrible trauma stuff.
Uh-huh.
So, Yue gets to remember all of her clan that's dead back when she was still little.
I gets to remember the home he once had with a family that once existed.
As I said, trauma.
I've got a wagon stick.
Hey, puppy, no, Juniper.
The rest of
Juniper,
the
please.
mementos were kind of wacky. And yes,
My apologies, I'm being accosted by dogs.
Oh. The dog's got her.
No. Oh no, Braun's come in real life.
They become tangible. Oh god.
Yeah, Braun just walked into Tixel's room, just grabbed her by the throat, and just dragged her off.
Oh no.
Fucking hot.
Welcome to,
Oh my god, I should have expected that reaction from you.
You really should have. Very funny.
But yes. But yes, the entire party did indeed end up finding a number of mementos, memories given form in some capacity, which will definitely not have a very prominent impact on the rest of the game.
What
definitely
the
has nothing
hell
to do
is
with
the
title.
Mist Edge?
That's a good question. Next question. No.
Oh dear.
Is there anybody else?
Next
Is there anything?
question.
Is there anything else the party recalls that they feel is important to note?
We looked at the body and there were notable spell scars.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Yeah, there was a bit of mention of dark magic. Magic and necromancy was found on the body.
The priestess grabbed my face.
Yes, indeed, she
That
did.
was
She briefly looked at you to make sure you were real.
Are you real? Are birds real?
Are any of us
faking
real?
it?
I'm real.
But yes, I believe that has covered most of the information I would have liked recapped, which I believe that will then give us inspiration!
How inspiring.
Let us see to whom the fates shall smile kindly upon this day, because I do indeed give a couple inspiration out at the beginning of each section.
Rio is capped.
Indeed.
Camp.
Yeah!
Keep the camp.
First roll is a 2, so Mew gets a point of inspiration.
Yo. Yeah.
Yay!
And
I
secondly...
mean,
Oh,
he has
come on.
3.
Yeah. Then got a 5, so Braun gets a point of inspiration.
There we go.
Pixel, you got that?
Yeah, I'm back.
Did you get a
What?
point of inspiration?
No, shit, I do? Shit. Fuck, hold on.
Well, maybe I
no,
guess it was a good thing I repeated that. God damn it.
Alright, this is an 18 plus stream. Fuck, shit, bitch, ass, motherfucker.
Yeah,
piece
Tixel,
of
stop fucking
dirt,
swearing.
crunch. Watch it out of fucking mouth, boy.
Don't make me wash that ass out with mouth.
Don't make
what?
that shit out of pots with soap.
Oh god.
That don't even make any sense.
I don't want to know.
But yes, that is...
That is madness.
Madness aside. Alright, everyone get their giggles out now. It's time to get back into seriousness and depresso espresso. Well, at least for some folks.
Yeah.
It's hard to not giggle.
Alrighty.
Pain.
Pain. I thought you said Spain.
Spain without the S.
Pain without the A. Spin.
But anyways...
I'm in Spain without the S or the A. I'm in Pan.
Pan. That's right.
No, you may not have your game back.
I can mute you.
I can unmute myself. I'm mod. Your threats are empty. Your game back.
Texel, seriously.
Go ahead.
Come on.
I'll stop.
The cold only exasperates the looks of shock on your faces of your compatriots. There are greater powers afoot here. A glimpse through the veil that has grasped at something dormant rooted within all of you. Something that lingered there long before you were conscious of it. It lurks in the physical, though, through items like these, mementos of times past, whether of your own or of another's. Memories that have yet to die. What thoughts linger in your mind and how you placate them are yours to decide. But the chill numbing your extremities remind you of the corpse that yet lingers in the temple across the square. Were they aware of the powers that you now have awakened to? Are they a victim of their own thirst, or of another? Questions left unanswered on dead lips. But the sun is setting now, and the solace of warmth is calling. What will you become? What will you do? You guys are left, again, peering up at one another, after having just attuned to your mementos and having your various revelations revealed to you. It is still really fucking cold in this room. Like I said, you could feel your fingertips start to get kind of tingly and numb. As finally there is a knock on one of the doors, on the interior doors, just to the right down the hall. Just
I instinctively just kind of like pull the blanket tighter over me and kind of hide the bell amongst fuzz and blanket.
hello there, just making sure everyone's decent.
Yes.
Yes.
Eventually, the door slowly creeps open with a single lantern in hand, finally giving a little bit of light back into the room. As once again you see Orwin. Switch on for the player, for the chat. The old mayor of the town here, that the party is currently residing within his manor. The gentleman walks out, with a singular lantern and with a number of also carrying like another group of like pillows under one arm. Just not sure if you folks need anything else. Hope everyone's as warm as they can be.
Does it normally get this cold here?
During the winters, occasionally. It's a bit early, it feels though. It ain't unheard of for it to get cold this time of year, at least this cold.
Hmm.
But, like I said, you folks need anything else? Hope I didn't come in at the wrong time.
I just kind of almost like shake my head and like shaking out a thought. Oh no. I think we are all just starting to get ready for rest.
If I would like to say, if anyone is actively trying to hold the look of shock of whatever the hell they just experienced, if anyone's trying to hide it, I would like people to roll a group deception check.
I will definitely do that because yeah, I'm trying to shake off what just happened and.
I know Braun's definitely rolling. Oh,
You guys not doing so hot.
Who the hell said Braun was gonna roll deception? He's wearing this shit on his.
that's fair.
Rio
Of
is
course-
cat.
And of course, it's the two most traumatized ones that either don't roll very low or don't roll at all. Which is fair enough.
Actually, you know what? Let me check real quick. I'm gonna at least give it a check, see how.
Fair.
Where is there? It is. That
Not
wasn't
bad.
bad. But yeah, he's not.
He's not actually.
There's a brief pause looking on Orwin's face, kind of looking around at everyone before he just kind of seemingly shrugs it off. If you need any foods, one of the maids is currently working up a bit of a late night meal for you all in case you need it. It's not much, it's mostly soup to keep you folks warm for the night. But if you folks would prefer your own rations, that is your decision.
That'd be lovely.
Of course.
Yeah, soup.
Pull her in.
I wouldn't mind some hot soup or something.
I'll call her in just a moment. Yes. I'll I'll leave you folks to it. She'll leave it.
May I ask
Oh,
what
yes.
kind?
Oh, it's actually kind of quite recall. He quickly kind of speed walks back towards the door, like kind of opens it a bit, look down the hallway. Ah, yes. Vegetable. Mostly what's left in what's kept in storage.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Could I leave some equipment here in
Sure.
this room
I-
we're sharing? Cool.
Yes, of course. I promise it will be left untouched.
We guys just gonna put a bunch of books next to this table and drop like 6 torches on the ground.
Where are you even keeping that?
I know you're a cat. Can you not be a cat right now?
How's the investigation gone thus far? Actually, I haven't really talked to you folks since this morning, have I?
Well, you and I found some hair and a boot, a shoe
Yeah,
over by the river.
some objects that I think might have belonged to
The
the victim.
perpetrator.
Well, the perpetrator or the victim. Again, not sure. We left them at the temple.
Hmm.
Well, she had both shoes when we found her,
Did she?
didn't she?
She did, yes.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the shoe did not belong to her. Along with that, well, we found a crossbow bolt as well as I know a couple of the other guards, and I noticed I think what one called were griffin claw marks on pretty much all the trees leading up to where she had been found, but one of them
Griffin
noted that
claw
it didn't make
marks.
sense. Yeah, didn't make sense
We-
for where they were marked.
We haven't seen
It
Heidi.
was as if it was trying to lead them to the body.
Mm-hmm.
That is incredibly odd.
Ominous is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And for one thing, we haven't had hippogriffs come through here for maybe almost a decade. Folks have brought them through such creatures as traders, if anything. We don't really get much
What
trade around
about
here anymore.
the mine workers?
As far as I know, I don't believe they've brought any such griffins or hippogriffs, or demigriffs or any of those kinds.
Hmm.
They might have some beasts of burden for transport, but
You don't even got house griffins here?
I mean, might be some micro griffins about some of the villagers, but nothing incredibly large.
No, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That
Not
one was
really.
just curiosity, sorry.
No, it's a good question. Most work that would have the need for a larger beast of burden is dried up, I'm afraid. It's expensive to keep around anymore.
Redgull mentioned something curious. Well, I followed up on the creature that he saw out in the woods, and he described it as, well, at first he mistook it for another hunter, but when I tried to initiate conversation with them, they sprouted feathery wings and just flew away. And this, from what he told me, this happened near the quarry.
that would Braun be able to identify what that person might be? Would that be?
This would just be a straight intelligence.
I'm fairly intelligent. Here we go. Let's give it. That's a 9.
9. I mean, you've seen plenty of winged humanoids. Looks at Ale. You know, in your travels, you know, just throughout New Arcaster. But like,
I don't have huge claws.
yeah.
It's also like the partial thought was like, oh, other, but no, those like the lamias don't have feathery wings. They're leathery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some Noctura might have some very prominent talons that would be able to make marks that size, but it's, I mean, again, like, it seems like a medium-sized creature could have done it, roughly, and that's all I can really give, which could be, you know, about the same info you had already.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems that all signs are pointing us toward the quarry. There seems to be a great deal of mystery surrounding it.
Mm-hmm.
You mean the Mountain Ox Mining Company?
That's correct.
Sorry, what'd you say, V?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, okay. I mean, we haven't really had much trouble from them over the past couple times since they've been here. You know, they mostly kept to themselves and prospecting in the old stone quarry there, seeing if they could scrounge up any sort of traces of metal to open up a mine here. Hopefully get some income flowing back into town. But so far,
Well,
they haven't contacted me, and it seems everything's been dry.
well, there are plenty of ways to cause trouble without sounding the alarm, as it were.
I suppose, though I haven't really had much inclination of. I mean, they might be quite a bit brutish now and again, but outside of that, I haven't really seen any inclination of ill will or malice. But if you believe so, and we still trust your judgment. Good. Yeah, see, he kind of quickly hears the door open again, seeing a half-orc woman coming through. Probably standing about a solid 6'2", 6'3", hair up in a bun, almost like a sort of earthen sort of grayish brown skin tone. As she just comes in with this big pot, like freaking crock pot looking kettle. Along with like a tray of bowls and everything, and just just sets it down, just gives a smile and a nod, and just walks back out into the hall.
Thank you.
She just nods.
Rio's gonna meow.
I
Braun's gonna facepalm.
I probably shouldn't leave you folks much longer. You have leave you folks to rest, get warm, and yes, rest for the night. I there's probably a bit more paperwork I would like to get done before I finally wrap up things for the night. You folks can keep the lantern, by the way. He just sets that down on the ground. I have a spare one in my office I can use. Is there anything else you need before I go?
I think we're all right.
Well, I wish you all a warm night. Just kind of gives a smile, an awkward smile before he just kind of nods and walks back down the hall and closes the door behind him.
Oh, that's one of the worst ways to say that. Ron mutters under his breath as the guy kind of leaves.
Well, I'll get up and get myself a bowl of the soup.
Yeah, you guys, you guys don't have to take any rations away.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Yeah, because you're being given food and drink. You have soup and
We
water.
have been provided food and
Mhm.
water. Speaking of water, everybody take a drink.
Yep.
Hydrate.
Alright, so in the morning, does our lead seem to be this mining quarry?
Oh yeah. Sounds like it. This is gonna be a weird ask. Does anybody spend tonight talking concepts? Don't worry, you'll get your rest.
What do you mean talking concepts?
Yeah, Eli just kind of looks over, like, mid-ladling. It's kind of, like, again, mild confusion.
My point is, you'll still be able to sleep, but we'll be able to talk over things. I don't know.
Brainstorming.
Aye.
I can spare.
Yeah, if we can think of
moments.
anything.
Yeah, I'm done.
I guess. And Eli just
So
kind
you
of turns
trust
back to the
me?
soup.
As much as anyone.
Gives a thumbs up, and I'm gonna. We're gonna do this. I'm casting it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
no, that's the trauma dream.
Alrighty.
It is time for pain.
One moment,
It's time for
please.
Can you link how that works? Or like the spell?
I don't have that saved as a spell yet. I was gonna do that, but
Let's see. It is already
I
here.
think-
Dreamscape and Convergence.
Convergence. Yep, I can show it to
Yep.
everyone for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as I say, it's in our incantation section for the players.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get to see it.
Casting time of an hour. For the sake of material components, the memento in question does satisfy the material components along as it is in the gold cost. So as everyone begins to slowly kind of nestle in, kind of just getting comfortable into whatever sitting position they plan on going into, in order to rest.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. What the hell? Bronze Rocky
Trauma Dream.
Oh my god.
I mean, not
What
wrong.
the hell are your character sheets?
Real life.
wow.
I'll have to look over that later. But anyways,
Wow.
Oh dear.
so how does Braun? Oh, first off, am I correct in presuming that everyone is a willing participant of this
Yes.
invitation?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is why he asked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Probably over the hour leading up to the incantation getting finished, just eating, trying to get warm and bundled up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as everyone is starting to finish up their meals, the lantern kind of flickering, giving us some vague amount of warmth as everyone's kind of cut like a bit closer together, I imagine, around the small amount of flame in here. wrapped up in blankets and and freaking linens.
I was gonna say, yeah, definitely like a pillow pile that he was kind of bundled up in.
How does Braun go to each? What does Braun do to bring to kind of mark everyone, or to bring everyone into his dreamscape?
Oh, do I need to do something to do that? Shoot. He's just gonna kind of walk about the. Hey, buddy. Sorry, just some minor distractions. He's going to just kind of, I don't really know, pass around to everybody. And, oh, yeah. He's just going to kind of pass around and gently place his hand for like a half a second on each person's shoulder.
And as you put your hand on their shoulder, there's a brief kind of like mental spark as that brief moment you feel a bit of a tingle kind of going down your shoulder, down your arm, into the person's shoulder, and into that person's mind themselves. Not enough to stir them or wake them up, but enough to still feel it. And then you just kind of feel that soft warmth, kind of that small amount of warmth and comfort radiate the body, going around one by one. And
each, I was gonna say, and like, I don't know if you'll allow this, but like, for a moment when he pulls his hand up, just like paw print that just fades gently afterwards.
And the paw print lingers for, I'd say, maybe a solid minute or so as you go around, briefly marking everyone before nestling in yourself underneath the covers to get ready to sleep. And as that mark slowly fades and that feeling of warmth begins to deplete in a moment from you, that warmth is then replaced with a not chilling, but still a cool air, kind of filling your lungs in a brief moment. The smell of pine and fresh soil, and like faint whiffs of like an old baking oven, almost like as if bread was just made a couple hours ago. And some of that scent is still kind of lingering on the air. All of you kind of feel the grass against your back and kind of at your feet as you kind of adjust and move yourself as you lay to rest. And slowly the light kind of creeps in behind your eyes as everyone slowly awakens to find themselves in a small clearing. And peering up from laying down, you would see a very an old very lived in, but still very well maintained cabin.
And Julia probably looks around and just kind of is getting a gauge of her surroundings.
Yeah. The forest, I imagine, doesn't look too dissimilar to the local surroundings. Admittedly, maybe not as gray, or maybe a few more evergreen trees. Almost sort of at the base of a greater kind of mountainside, looking upwards, almost to the west of you. Sorry, to the east of you, it would be. Wish I had a picture to show
Nice
for
place.
what's happening right now, but I can't. I
What
don't have
is
it prepared.
this about?
There we go.
What was that? Sorry.
It's a nice place. What is all this about?
This is. Oh. For a while, it was the most comfortable place I had. Anyways, we're all in a dream.
That makes some sense.
Like the last time. Except this one I have control of. Braun just kind of like little confusedly tilts his head.
So, you have access to some sort of dream cabin that you can bring us into?
If and you'd be willing.
Interesting.
What can we do here?
Well, I mostly thought we'd try and get any notes and think of things we had. Mostly also just wanted to see it again.
More than fair.
Braun, do you do anything to... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no worries. No, I was just letting my thoughts trail off.
Braun, is there anything you try to do to alter the dreamscape currently?
Can Braun try and bring the party over to the edge of the water that they found the shoe at?
Ah.
Oh, clever.
Okay. You kind of gesture for a minute, almost kind of like just sweeping trees aside as slowly a walkway begins to form amongst the gnarled tree roots that slowly almost kind of uncoil and unroot themselves to separate. And right before you, you see a very almost identical depiction to what you remember of the river.
UA might have slightly different memories. Also, all of the smells come to everybody else's senses as well.
That is true, actually. That is something you could cause.
Oh dear.
So there's that cocktail of scents.
It is.
Rio, it is like alarming how
Just
many scents there
instinctually,
were.
yeah, just instinctually start like almost like coughing, just at the sudden senses.
UA's antennae are burning.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, that was not my intention. Because he just went to the moment in his head. He didn't think that would trigger everybody else's sense.
You can clear it.
Sorry.
Yes.
No worries.
So yes, if you actually would like to essentially do like a group analysis, a group analysis, group research session, that is something I'd be willing to do. If you'd like to spend your long rest doing that, like essentially just pulling up different depictions of the evidence.
Yeah.
Essentially doing like the classic like Mind Palace thing, like showing all the evidence in front of you.
I was gonna say, yeah, cue the CSI montage.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's
Like,
actually
we
really
talk
clever.
about it, this gives us a chance to actually see,
Mm-hmm.
everybody to see what happened, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Can I relinquish control
Yeah.
of the visions to other people, actually?
Unfortunately,
now that I think
no.
about it. Fuck.
So it would
Oh,
it
well.
would be primarily based on what Braun is aware of and what he's seen. You
It's
you
more
could
than
try to
fun.
recreate an image that someone else describes, though it's not going to be picture perfect.
Fair enough.
So I will still I will still allow that is very clever using the dreamscape for CIA red yarn attaching points.
Yeah, no, that's very clever.
If everyone wants to partake in this, I'd be willing to have everyone roll basically an investigation check, and depending on how high you guys roll, the DC will actually be a bit lower because of Braun's help. You'll be able to ask a singular question, clarification question.
Who done it?
Good question.
That's the killer.
Next question.
Next question.
Based on the evidence you've seen so far,
Mhm. Yeah,
yes,
probably.
you can ask a question to clarify.
Probably UA would also use this to help show like the markings and kind of where they were, because I probably pointed them out to Braun as we were heading back, especially so that way then. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Braun
You
has
guys
seen them, but
yeah. Now you
I
guys
hadn't
can also
paid
discuss
attention.
above table,
Yeah.
should you
exactly.
desire.
Rio's gonna take out some red wool and just place it in front of this some red string and just place it in
no!
front of the
If
party.
you ask for red wool, Braun can just make a ball of red twine.
I definitely thought you said Red Bull. And I was like, but you already have wings.
My god. Yes, Braun, you can
Hashtag
indeed
not
like.
sponsored.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, he just
You can-
produces a red ball of twine, just like this.
Yes, and then
Rio's eyes just go super big.
I think we're missing one.
Dumbass mode engaged.
Braun, do you also want to roll an investigation?
Yes, I will also roll investigation.
The worst part is I actually have a giant ball of. I actually have a giant ball of red yarn downstairs because I had it for a Tabaxi character.
So the crazy thing is, I have already examined this. This is from my memory, so of course I've already examined it like as fully as possible. This makes sense.
That, and also your part of you is a bit more busy, just kind of tweaking and prodding the dreamscape a bit to like keep it clear, keep it functioning, while everyone else is kind of inspecting and everything. Mew, you're a little out of your element. Yeah, Mew, you're a little out of your element, just being like, "What the fuck is all of this?" Like there's still a little bit of taking aback at everything. That like you're like you can still listen, you can still process, but it's still a lot to focus on at once.
That's very overload.
And so I believe it'll be and yeah, if you do you guys want some time to discuss amongst yourselves before you ask questions, or
I know I don't have a question yet.
well you can't ask one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, yeah, I guess I should say technically, if I want to preface it, the party has 3 questions. I guess we'll put it that way.
Okay.
More than fair. Yeah, I guess the one question that you could even think of is like, what exactly caused these marks? Like trying to, because that was more what she focused on.
Why children love the taste of cinnamon toast crunch?
Oh God.
I flipped the hourglass for you. You guys have an amount of time to discuss before you're obligated to start asking questions.
So yeah, pointing out where he found the shoe that is not related to our victim, the empty bag where the strap had been cut, the
Mhm.
crossbow bolts or bow arrow. I can't remember whether it was an arrow
It's a
or a
crossbow
bolt.
bolt.
It was a crossbow bolt. Okay.
Claw marks, or what caused the claw marks? And
Yeah, claw marks on the
The
trees,
claw marks.
and then yeah, the site of where the body was. Mm-hmm.
There's just like minor things of like possible, like it's not actual detective vision, but there's like there is like a mock-up of like Braun just going through a couple of times things that he thought could have happened.
Mm-hmm. As my brain immediately thinks of just Sherlock Holmes. This mustn't register on an emotional level.
While in the background, smoke billows in the distance.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
Oh, so trying to discern what type of creature could have caused those claw marks is probably our most important thing to ask.
Yeah.
And how that works in conjunction with the necromantic magic.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
there were footprints in the mud, right? Where the shoe was found or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Leading
Yeah, there were
towards it,
footprints.
yes.
Maybe
Leading
how
towards the
deep
river.
and how heavy whoever making those footprints was.
That's a good point, yeah.
I
you
do want
get
to
some
remember this
idea
is
there?
a recreation of a crime scene based on memory. Things might not be properly detailed.
That's also a
Well,
question.
we
Do you
are on the
want
right
me
track.
to? Sorry. Do you want a rundown of all of the evidence that you have gathered so far?
If it would help, please.
Yeah.
Yes. You of course have at the forest edge where the body was found. You have scratches and scrapes along the trees leading to where the body was found. They seem to be done by large talons, whether it be a griffin or some other large bird-like creature. They also seemed fresh, seemed likely fresher than the murder itself, or as happened sometime after the murder. They also seem to be intentionally done, as if whatever creature did this was intelligent. There was the crossbow bolt found in a nearby bush with no traces of blood. A few strands of black hair were snagged in the bush nearby, alongside a trail of smaller footprints, which then led to the small creek out in the woods. Near the creek, there was a soaked velvet slipper caked in mud, and nearby a gnarled branch in the path. Also on scene, there was the empty satchel with its handle torn and half buried in leaves and twigs that you guys pulled out. The handle was roughly cut with a knife, and the satchel itself was covered in dusty handprints. At the church, there was the body itself. The body was covered in all these small cuts and scrapes. Her dress was slightly torn. They seemed to be from like thorns and branches from running through the woods with a bit of minor swelling and inflammation. The frequency and the amount seemed to show that she didn't really care how much she was getting injured, but would have been noticeably irritating after a while. Like she was running through like thorns and brambles, maybe poison ivy. Just a multitude of bad times.
Survival is more important than comfort.
Yeah.
Correct. The two large blackish purple marks were on the body, with the veins blackened and visible underneath it. There was the first mark was roughly on the right side, right below the breast. It looked serious, but seemed as though the body went into shock, rather than due to the wound itself. The windpipe was also caved in as though it collapsed. Both wounds seemed to be necrotic in nature, though not incredibly powerful. The spell alone wouldn't have been able to cause a fatal attack unless they were already weakened, it seems. Also, the throat wounds are a slightly different color from the ones in the chest, everything that was covered from that. They seem to be from two different sources. There was, of course, also the lock of hair that was found in her pocket, braided into a knot and held together with copper wire. Jonwin's hair was, of course, a dirty blonde, while the knot is black. It is humanoid, but clearly not hers. The way that it was woven, it was woven with intent, cleanly cut, kept together with, a specific metal. This is a magic charm of some kind that was given to her by someone else. Then, of course, there was the library. There was the tarnished but ornate silver brooch lodged between the floorboards near the door. It seemed to have fallen out near the coat rack next to the door. It was either likely in a rush or otherwise she wasn't really in a state to double back and get it, even though it was very important to her. Then there was, of course, the loft that was found hidden by a button behind a copy of Waterfowl of New Arcaster. And that is where all of the occult books were found, with all of the weird patterns and symbols on them. There was also the hammock that was decorated with these old shirts stuffed with feathers and straw. And there was also, I believe, a note that was found in the library as well, almost indicating to someone else, telling how to get to the loft. And then, of course, there was the interrogation of Radgolf. Radgolf, of course, seeing the hooded, winged figure about a week beforehand, before the events of the murder. Radgolf also had a silver brooch of some kind. Said it was a gift basically from a friend from the librarian, and that the librarian apparently gave him a bunch of novels and liked to read before she passed away.
When the
And seemed
novels
to be
show up in the dream, they are exactly as they were in his place because Ron has seen them before.
They're shockingly accurate too. Like, it takes a minute. Like, oh shit, did he read these? Like, if you start flipping them open, like the text is all there.
Oh dear.
But yes,
Beast could blush.
the only other thing I could think of is that Radgolf also seemed to show some level of disdain for the mining company, or didn't really trust them too much. Outside of that, I think that's about it.
He was also injured.
That's true. Yes, he was injured from an accident with a falling tree.
Or so he
What
told
color
me.
was his hair?
Very dirty brown.
Okay.
As in, like, actually dirty. He didn't look like he's bathed in a little while.
Mm.
Good to know. Thumbs up. I'm just checking because I'm just trying to pin this black hair on someone.
Anyone? It was you.
Probably Bella.
Straight black hair.
Yue does have black hair.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, and there's a mysterious winged clawed creature.
I don't have claws. I just have tightless fingers, that's all.
The
Looks at the
reference was
bird.
to,
Looks at Ale.
looks at the winged cat.
Dun dun dun.
Dear God. But yes, now you folks have 3 questions you are able to ask.
Instead. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's like, let's not talk about how these items are tied to dramatic things, though that smoke that's in the distance is going to be something of a sign.
Yeah, it's getting a little chilly over time, but it's not super noticeable.
Mhm.
But yeah, but smoky times. But yes, we've got a murder to solve. We can deal with trouble later.
If you may give me your questions 3.
All right. So, are we okay with me asking about?
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie
I'm not
Pop?
accepting that as a question.
But yeah, like what creature or entity might have done this? Kind of.
Weirdly, I mean, it's very unlikely to be the exact same thing, but the way that the everything is described almost reminds you of the old stories of the Tengu. in
Okay.
certain ways. Like, and also kind of looking at it, like this was a winged. It seems to be some sort of taloned, medium-sized creature. They were intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
They presumably were winged, if going off of the fact of if the winged creature that was seen cited earlier and the one who made the marks were the same person or the same being. This is I'm trying to think how to word this.
Oh yeah, no worries. It's cool that you're actually tailoring it to what UA would be knowledgeable of.
And also kind of looking at it, because you've seen plenty of Kenku, of course, before, and seemingly like how they've tried to grip onto or like do stuff with their talons, with their feet.
Yeah.
Kind of looking at the angle now, it's almost like like there was like if something was standing on one leg and then scratched across the surface of the bark.
Okay.
Like it was like like almost kind of waist level. So it actually does kind of remind you of like, oh, these looks like these were done with foot talons. So like this seems more likely bipedal. Than because also if it was like griffin or hippogriff marks, there'd be much deeper, heavier footprints, which they seem to be no sign of, unless they were maybe jumping from tree to tree. Either way, this thing seemed to be presumably at least flying, feathered, humanoid, and intelligent. I think I'm trying to think of anything else that really been covered yet. Based on that. Oh, one more thing I will give. Seemingly based on all of this. It seemed as though they didn't really want their presence themselves to be known based on everything. That they wanted to draw attention to the body, not to themselves. Which seems to show an indication of like, maybe they're in hiding, maybe they're just trying to intentionally cover their tracks for one reason or another. For one reason or other, they do seem to be intentionally, like giving this nugget, giving this piece of information without revealing too much else. Whether for what intention or for what purpose, fuck if I know.
More
but
than fair.
That's as much as you can kind of glean.
Okay. Yeah, I probably mutter under my breath a bit about that. Of just like, like Tengu, some kind of bird folk. Not a griffin.
Yeah, everything at least leaning so far is like it's more than likely it's more likely not a griffin or hippogriff or anything like that. Just based on everything that's been talked about so far. All right, second question. I hear a lot of typing. Sorry.
Yeah, I was saying. Technically, Mike's running a little hot.
No, I get you. I also realized you can only help it at so much at a certain point. Yes, I believe, was there a second question?
We were talking about maybe asking about the footprints and like if there was help identify who might have caused them. Based on like weight, depth.
Yeah. As Braun
shape of
kind
footprint.
Yep. Yep. I'm guessing that is your second question. Yeah. As Braun recreates the scene, trying to create it as accurately as possible, and detailing out the, because he got face first with the footprints, looking at those pretty intently. Trying to get a profile on who made those footprints. It's a pretty safe bet, of course. Whoever made those footprints had black hair. Seemingly, if I recall correctly, at least one of the other townsfolk did mention that The slippers, or the one slipper that was found, was a very similar style to what the victim would have worn. So either they have similar fashion styles, or they were from the same wardrobe.
The one question is, one question, and this is unrelated to the other, because we would have it as reference, is the shoe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I would still say, yeah, even still looking at those footprints, they seem to be they would seem to be lighter than what the victims would be, because they, the victim was an elf, lighter stature, but still an adult woman. So there is still that factor. Even if they were roughly the same shoe size, it seems as though the footfalls were actually a bit lighter than what the victim would have had. So seemingly either a lighter or a smaller person. In comparison, probably not too much so, but enough that it's still noticeable. And Ale, of course, you specifically remember looking at the black hair that was put in the pouch. There was, there was the notes given by left on the hidden on the desk to where the loft was, seemingly a sleeping place for someone else. There was another person that the victim cared about, it seems, or at least had a personal relationship with in some manner. Whether it be, you have no idea if it's romantic or platonic or whatever. It's a bit hard to tell, though. It's not really much leaning towards romance at this point, but there definitely seems to be some sort of connection that whoever ran away from the scene, whoever made those footprints running away, had very personal ties to the victim. And seeming as though if, they didn't come back to the library, and those footprints led off in the woods, they might still be out there. But
so I wanted to chase them down, see if I could get across the river and get any further information, but what can you do?
You also remember how cold it is tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What? Who remembers how cold it is tonight?
Ale, but it's kind of also referring to the party in general.
Okay.
As this person.
Sorry, I had to step away for just a moment.
Okay. How much did you get?
None of it.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my God.
I asked Code to fill me in, and Code didn't fill me in at all.
Great.
So blame Code.
Okay. All right. So long story short, based on everything, the person who ran away from the scene had a very personal tie with the victim. The black hair, was found on the scene, and also in that little loop, that little charm that the victim was wearing, had in her pocket. There was seemingly indication that she was letting someone sleep at her house. Based on the letter, the little note, and the loft space, where there was the hammock set up. This seems to be a person that the victim cared about, and was also smaller and lighter than the victim.
All right.
And seemingly wearing probably some of her same clothes. Probably based on the shoes. And so ergo, based on that, if she didn't come back into town, she didn't come back to the, she hasn't come back to the crime scene, there's no indication of, if she came back at all, she might still be out in the woods.
Yeah.
In the freezing colds.
Alright. I'll definitely
When
relay
we get up,
everything
we should
from that
check.
of my thoughts there to everyone.
Mhm.
Then when we get up, we should check and ask if anybody knew if she had family
Mhm.
in town. And
Ella.
then we check the.
Actually, one other note I would give specifically for Ale because of who you are, and you did clock the fact of the charm that was in her pocket, of the victim's pocket, was indeed some form of witchcraft charm.
Mhm.
The witchcraft charm, the loft space, a very hidden away sleeping space for a person to stay in. Wearing some of the same clothes. It also seems, of course, as though not only, this was a witch, that this was being, that this person cared about in some capacity.
I will not share that information.
Okay.
That just leads to too many questions. Nobody even knows that I'm a witch, technically.
Fair enough.
Secrets.
Was there a third question?
Was there a third question?
Oh my god, is it a hag?
Unrelated. Did Tixel have a question, or was that kind of answered through Ales?
My question was the size of the shoe, but that was
Okay, yeah, that was kind of covered. Like,
basically,
seemingly was wearing the same size, or was wearing
Mhm.
wearing the same clothes as the victim, or in the same wardrobe, I should say.
Alright.
Mhm.
One final question.
Mhm.
Choose wisely.
Gee, thanks.
Who did it?
Well, I don't know if I can answer that one.
Damn.
I don't know if we actually have a third question in mind.
Yeah, I can't think of one beyond.
The only one I can think of is what's the book's connection to all this?
Oh, the book itself, the book that was stolen.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
it's a grail. It's there's some sort of necromancy involved, or necromantic damage at least.
I don't know how we can find that from the scene
Yeah,
in the dream, but
exactly.
yeah. I mean, there's
Mhm.
other questions I have, but they're not answerable
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
by the scene in
not
the
here.
dream. Like, who done it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was gonna say, if no one else has any other questions, I can provide some info on the book, or what can be conjectured.
Sure.
Unless Mew, do you have anything else? I know you've been a little quiet during this whole investigation.
I was trying to think of anything that may be like relevant, but I don't know.
Yeah, if you
I
got
looked at it.
anything, go for it. If not,
We can do.
the book.
Mhm.
All right, in that case, book stuff. So, what? This is a tricky one. I will definitely admit that. But I mean, of course, it's hard to tell what the book is about or what the deal is with it without having it physically. Though it's a pretty safe bet that the book is not only the one that was taken from the satchel, but the one that was unwrapped and taken out of the leather wrappings. Out of the one missing book of all of the sleeves that you had up on the loft. So presumably it was taken out for one purpose or another, and then brought with her. The victim brought it with her into the to the crime scene. As for why she would unwrap a book, put it amongst her things, and then go out in the middle of the woods, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. Though these books do definitely seem to have a occult persuasion, based on what little skimmings that Ale has done so far, of like, there's some weird shit happening here. So it's a pretty safe bet that at the very least, what is in these books is important in some way, or at least and also possibly coveted in some way. It was pretty safe conjecture already that whoever is the murderer probably has the book. But for what that book holds, I couldn't tell you.
It's fine. Who has cast find item?
I think that's a bit of a too low level for that, unfortunately.
Sadly.
But yes. There was the only other thing that could possibly be thought of is that someone did specifically request the book. There was the one letter by I believe it was a Cassius Husher. Yes. And so it is at least known that this book was wanted by someone. Though whether that's enough for the sake of murder, I mean, fuck if I know. I mean, there was no mention of anyone knowing a Cassius Husher by name or by appearance. Somewhere in town, other than
one person we asked so far didn't know.
Yeah, the most that she really gave is like maybe he worked at the hospital, but I mean, again, not much. Outside of that, so yeah, surprise, surprise. Safe bet. There's some weird occult shit going on here. Whether or not, how deeply that pertains to the murder, She definitely seemed to have an interest in it, whether or not she was super knowledgeable of it. The victim, I mean, sorry.
And there's a possibility that someone with a connection to the victim is somewhere on the outside of town.
Maybe?
Possibly.
Potentially?
Perhaps.
I believe that is all 3 questions done.
How much time is left in this dream, would you say?
I'd think it's a pretty safe bet to say that like this process kind of took about 4 hours overall, just kind of like relaying information, researching, debating back and forth, discussing.
Could
Waving our arms back and forth as we throw clues together at each other.
Yes, very much Pepe Sylvia conspiracy theory.
Could Rio and maybe Ale read through some of the books we found in that room for the rest of the dream?
I'll say you'd be able to read 1
each, if we wanted to.
Possibly, yes.
Okay.
I'll just learn the skill of DM bartering.
I definitely would be down to read at least as quickly as we can through one of those books that we found in the room. See if it has any pertinent info.
Okay.
Yeah, I will take Before Grave, Before Stars.
Okay.
And Rio, read the Quaking Hands of the Earthkin.
Quaking hands at my. Try return to the waking sands.
I thought you were gonna do a different joke. God damn
Quaking Hands.
Pray return to the quaking hands. Oh god.
Oh no.
Where is that?
Sorry.
Oh my.
Oh my.
God.
I would love to return to your quaking hands.
All right, keep it focus. Focus.
Sorry.
I was waiting for when it was gonna happen. All right, so
Yeah.
Ale is taking Before Grave Before Stars. Rio is taking Those Quaking Hands of Earthkin. Anyone grabbing any of the other books? Or is Ale or Rio? Are you keeping the other books to yourself?
I think we'll keep it to ourselves. I think Lynn has the other one. Colors of Birth.
Lynn. Yeah, Aelin has.
I've got the
Sorry, Ale.
Kizin.
Oh, the
The
Kizin.
The Portolan, yeah.
Portolan, yeah.
The Kiziknol Portolan, 1519.
Yeah, which I was already kind of going through with the object I
The most I'll say is that there
tuned
is.
to, but
Yeah. I will. The most I'll say there is still information you can get from the Portolan, but that's just me. Yeah, up to you guys if you want to stick with those.
I'm gonna stick with a book that I do not have on my person. Because when I wake up, I can always read the other book.
That is a fair point. What is the rest of the party doing in the meantime? As they seem to be have found a corner. We'll say they found a corner of the cabin to kind of nestle into and start reading betwixt themselves.
Fair. I'd say maybe. I can't think of what else you would do. It's like maybe practice certain sword swings, or just like
That's fine.
sit in a tree or something.
Just relax. That's
Yeah,
always an
pretty
option.
much. Yeah, just kind of like muse over everything while relaxing.
What's Mia? What's our lovely person over here doing?
Debating.
On.
Staying here in the dreamscape and just pondering all the evidence we have so far, or waking up and going out to look for this missing person that could be out there.
You can indeed leave the dreamscape at any time, though I will say if you do leave now, you would only be getting the effects of a short rest. That's up to you.
Play to my strengths.
Say playing with strings?
No, I'm trying to play to my strengths.
Ah, fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
9. Oh, okay. Sorry. So repeat it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Are you gonna get up?
Mhm.
Okay. Do you relay this to the party before you go, or do you just kind of walk into the woods and disappear?
What would Mew do?
Poof.
Do you tell your friends before you're gone, or do you do the Irish goodbye?
Oh.
They're not quite friends yet.
Wow.
I mean, fair, understandable.
Friendly acquaintances. I think I would just take a peek around, see if anyone has eyes on me, and if not, then I'll just.
Is Bronze fucking around with the dreamscape at all, or doing anything? Also, Tixley is still currently muted.
He is trying his to the pillar distance.
Oh, you cut out a little bit. Sorry. He's trying to do what? Sorry.
He's mostly trying to avoid looking at the pillar in the distance.
Pillar of smoke.
Pillar?
Ah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I mean,
it's.
Mhm.
How do I describe this? It's weird. It seems less so that there is this burning that you see off in the distance. As much as you're kind of like looking around or sitting at the cabin, it's like slowly blackening. And slowly kind of like you kind of look almost at a small moment and you see little flakes kind of drifting off, almost like dust, or like like little cold embers off of a fire. Like it's slowly deteriorating.
As for me heading off into the woods, I guess if we want to, I'm not sure if you want me to do like a perception roll or something, because Yue's probably just like sitting up there, kind of and idly, not caring too much, but maybe looking about. So I'm not sure if if Mew's being particularly hidden or not, or.
I was about to ask, are you trying to stealth away, or are you just kind of casually walking off of Mew? Sorry.
I think I'm not trying to be like super like secretive about it. I have my mind set on something and I'm just focused on that.
Okay, so yeah, in that case, yeah, you're not really hiding yourself. You just Mew, you just see Mew just kind of idly from the other side of the clearing, just slowly walk off into the woods.
Probably kind of tilt my head, kind of look up in the direction where some of the others are, and just hop down as well. May as well follow, because there's not much to do here, and I'm dreadfully curious.
In that case, we will cut over to Yue and Mew in a minute. Tixel, are you doing it? Is Braun doing anything else with the 4 hours left in this space? Remember, I need. Pixel? Are you still currently muted?
He's just gonna kind of try to be busy continuing. I don't know if there's much that he can really do, but he's just to not
Try not.
let his
Step
mind
1,
wander.
try not to cry. Step 2, cry a lot.
Yeah.
Aw.
I'll say roll a wisdom save.
Oh boy, I'm famously great at those.
Roll to not cry.
Oh, okay, not bad. 14.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of sitting there, in a way reminiscing, but also trying your best not to. As you kind of stare off into the woods, looking out kind of from both the trail that you came from, walking up to the house, and also just kind of looking off in the direction where you saw that form, that sort of pale, effeminate figure. Looking out, as you can see, so the frost on the grass slowly starting to form and whiten. Just looking about the place. It's... I don't even know if I have the words to describe it easily. There is an inkling of a root of something. An inkling of a root of something. Great way to put it. There is this almost kind of far off, distant piece of you, where as you... Oh, go ahead. Uh-oh, Pixel?
Connected. Sorry.
All I heard was something connected.
I am here.
Okay, hello. Yeah, all good. Yes, as you are, looking out, kind of
Hello?
feeling the... Yep, hello. We hear you.
Oh, come on.
Oh, can you not hear us? Oh, no.
Okay. Now I can hear you.
Okay, there we go.
God, love the scuff. I'm so sorry.
The scuff is real. No, it's fine. I was expecting more of it. It's fine.
The scuff is.
But yes, it is. You're definitely getting this weird parallel feeling, or this weird sense of deja vu, as you slowly feel the warmth of kind of fading in this place. You feel this weird parallel, of course, not only to the doll, but also just to that empty feeling you felt in that moment. Almost like that brief moment you kind of got pulled to the brink. And you're definitely seeing a thread line. There's definitely some sort of magic to this. Or there's definitely some sort of correlation here. Like, you know you're favored by something. There's some sort of power connected to all of this, you're definitely feeling. But I mean, yeah, it's I don't know how else to describe it. Like it's as much as it's definitely bitter, and it's definitely awful just being here for everything and knowing how it's gonna end up. There's still that weird thread line of like, okay, there's some level of meaning to this. You know, it's not pointless, I guess is the best way to describe it. To give some level of hope or reassurance.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're just kind of left with that feeling of just trying to keep it together.
So much.
And it still hurts, and the pain is still definitely there. At the very least, it helps a bit somewhat to kind of hold it together as you're trying to relax the best you can in this space. So over to the book club. Sorry. So Rio and Ale.
Yes.
If I could have you both roll, this would be investigation checks at disadvantage. Oof. 12. And so Rio, as was sort of somewhat described earlier, or I guess actually the one described on stream, those quaking hands of Earthkin. It seems to be a common translation of an older dwarvish medical and psychological journal. It's focusing primarily on the effects of some sort of condition called Emilyfantasy, or in common roughly translates to a strange mood. Something that infrequently and spontaneously has appeared in dwarves, halflings, and gnomes. And you're trying to read through this. You're not a scholar. You are not incredibly educated. And there is a lot of jargon in here. There's a lot of medical jargon. There's a lot of big words you do not understand. It is a lot to process. Try to look through. It's like I don't know what I'm looking at here. Whereas with Ale, with a 12, you get a little bit of information.
Alright.
Before Grave, Before Stars seems to include short autobiographies and obituaries of countless patients that resided within the Reverend Repose Hospital within the first decades of its service. There are several notable portraits within, namely of the visages that were eventually used on their headstones. It is explicitly described. Like, these are the pictures of how these people shall be remembered in death. And
Alright.
giving a little bit more information. Sorry, now I got to pull up some of my own notes. One of the most prominent passages you see within the book speaks on Hrif, a Goliath mercenary and veteran of the Battle of Witch Hill, in which his arm was infected and had to be amputated. Healing magics would never regenerate the limb nor scar, and he would insist on yet feeling it somewhere else. I can still feel the grass of that knoll, the dew, or is that blood? It's cold by now, anyway. I can feel my brother's hand, grasping for me to pull him out. There are hundreds there, gasping, desperate. All-Father knows I must struggle, but I cannot lie. I wish for when it will go numb. And as dour, or and as depressing as that, this excerpt from this man is it's hard to parse a lot more through a lot of the what information is in here. There's, as you're reading through, I mean, of course this is a personal account, but you definitely get the feeling there's something more here. I mean, there's definitely something deeper into this, or something kind of between the lines, for lack of a better term. But, like, it's hard to pick up on, and also it's really depressing. I will absolutely say, this is not a feel-good book. Just reading through this and all of the different excerpts and all the different patients. It is bittersweet at best, and depressing at worst. So...
Alright.
There's definitely some information here. There's definitely some type of like, you're definitely getting a feeling there's something here. There's a little bit more to dig deeper into, but like, this is as far as you can get in 4 hours.
There.
And yeah, I suppose then that leaves the rest of the party to continue their rest in at least active but still somewhat calm rest and sleep. Meanwhile, the moment both of you sort of walk out into the woods and start to feel that cold very rapidly come in now, so as you slowly wake up, you're still covered in blankets. You know, you're not freezing to death, but it is not pleasant in here. As both of you slowly stir from your pillows, just feeling, at least you're awake, as you suddenly get kind of that chill down your spine, but oof, it's not great.
Yeah, I kind of just stir and kind of sit up into kind of a kneeling position for a second, just kind of shaking off what just happened, but kind of remembering it's like, oh yes, I was following Mew, and just kind of look over in Mew's direction.
I'd say probably both of you. I'd say Mew stirs slightly quicker than UA. Though both of you do wake up at roughly the same time, or at least UA, you definitely wake up in time to see Mew kind of slowly peeling out from the cocoon of pillows and blankets.
Reach for my boots.
What was that, Mew? Sorry?
I'm just like bleary-eyed, kind of like sitting up and starting to pull my boots on.
After a couple blinks, I just first kind of look around to the rest of the room and just, in a little bit of a hushed tone, some place in mind? Do you need company for it?
Oh shit, you're awake too. I thought it would be worth searching for whoever this other person is.
Mm,
They're still out there in the woods.
yes, wouldn't be a terrible idea. Mind if I accompany you? I can at least get us to where Braun and I found the last of the tracks.
Suppose that would be advantageous.
Okay. Yeah, I'd kind of like shed off the blankets and start grabbing what things I'll need. Armor, weapons. Just in case.
Mew,
Alright.
as you go to open the door, you actually do you hear immediately just
What was that? Is there a crow somewhere?
you want to roll
I'm
perception?
looking around.
Eight. You're looking around trying to find this thing. As you kind of hear just the cawing of some birds periodically throughout the village, and all you can really catch is just a brief blur of feathers here and there of something flying around. But like, yeah, you can't keep an eye on this thing until eventually, like by the time you turn to look at it, it's gone.
Birds.
Yeah, I finished kind of like strapping on, strapping in, getting all my stuff on, and start heading towards the door. Probably like putting my blanket over one of the folks. Let's say Braun.
Mhm.
Is the moon out right now?
That's actually a good question. It is a clear sky tonight, though it is, again, really fucking chilly. Let me check something real quick. Actually, can I check what phase of the moon it is right now?
Let's see. What did you say it was? I remember you saying something about it.
Hold on.
I might have had
Currently,
it.
on the night of the, I believe it is the night of the 2nd, it is basically right before the halfway mark. Of a it's almost a half moon.
Okay, but there is visible moonlight. Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
It is.
So,
Yeah, it is pale, and it's almost silvery out here.
okay, I don't know. I'm very like quickly just trying to like cover, you know, cover myself as best I can.
Roll. I guess I'll say this would be yeah, this would be roll stealth. Almost.
Really makes me miss my other character with a fucking plus 13 to stealth.
Oh, really?
Jeez.
All right, cool. Roll your fucking stealth check.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Or Mew has a plus 1.
Ooh, I believe that beats UA's passive. And so yeah, you do very quickly manage to just be like, "Ooh, it's cold out here, I guess," and then just quickly wrap up in like scarves, or like using like blankets and stuff to help kind of like basically fortify yourself against the cold and cover up most of your skin.
Got a hood up, and you all you can see is my eyes just peering out.
Yes.
Perfect. Oh, that wasn't a natural 20, Ben. That was just that's a dirty
Yeah,
20.
soft 20. That's soft 20, not natural, but still.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be green if it was natural.
Mhm.
But yes. It's so Yue, you said you lead
Yeah, I'll lead Mew out to where we found the shoe and where we found those footsteps leading out to the bank of, what was the creek or a river? I think it was a creek. I don't think
Yes.
it was too wide for a river.
It was it was basically a crick. Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case,
Yeah.
I would now like both Yue and Mew to roll perception checks.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Mew, as you're looking along, trying to keep an eye out, keeping signs for any signs of movement, any signs of, just activity out here. I mean, again, it's winter. It's winter, chilling, cold, middle of the night. Not too much animal activity out here. Luckily, for better or worse. Trying to, again, just look around at the tree line, looking, see if anything moves, see if any shadows move, and actually, hold on, let me check something real quick.
Okay.
Okay. It takes a minute as you are kind of looking along against the tree line, like, okay, not seeing anything. Wait a minute. You clock briefly this sort of glint of the two glowing orbs, probably about 70 feet off, further into the tree line, amongst the branches, seemingly peering your direction.
How far off the ground?
I mean, looking at the size of these trees, maybe 40 feet high. It seems to be one of the bigger trees. Looks like, old growth forest.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna nudge you and gesture in that direction without making it apparently obvious that I see it.
More than fair. Yeah, I probably turn my vision a little bit towards Mew and kind of do a quick periphery glance to to what she might have seen, and kind of again trying to not, because guessing from the nudge that it's like, okay, don't make too overt of movements, but definitely like one of my smaller hands is like definitely gripping at kind of the cross points of the two blades on my right hip, just again trying to keep a look.
Both of you like to roll stealth checks for me?
Oh boy. Remember, I have disadvantage on stealth. Please.
Oh, are you wearing your armor out here? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Ooh, nice. That's still not terrible for disadvantage.
Yeah, as you then immediately clock that, there's a brief moment where As you gently nudge Yue's shoulder and look over, you see the form just kind of swoop up into from its position and up above the treetops, from where you guys are resting, and you're really like, shit. You kind of bring Yue down, like, get the fuck down, trying to get into some sort of like covered position, as you faintly just kind of hear flying, the wings flapping overhead, before they kind of slowly drift off further into the distance. And then you actually hear a voice. Hello? Who is that? Is anyone out there?
I'll just look over at you like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah. Yeah, my bigger right arm is reaching behind me and pulling my bow out.
I'll just,
and oh yeah.
just put my hand.
Oh yeah, you want to move your
hand
folks up?
out.
Sorry, move over to the.
Yeah. The woods.
Let's see. Yeah, and then one of my smaller hands is already starting to, or my smaller left hand's already starting to pull an arrow out and knocking it.
I'll just stand up slowly. Are you Jonwin's friend?
There's a brief silence. Is anyone out there, please?
Yeah, I kind of like grip my teeth a little bit. Neither do I.
Can I tell which direction this is coming from?
Same.
Yeah, seemingly about somewhere kind of vaguely westward of you, further kind of in a northwest. Sorry, let me rewind. A bit more of a northwesterly direction from the site of where the body was.
I'd like to move toward where I feel like the point of origin is,
Mm-hmm.
quietly.
And as you start to step forwards, once again you hear the of like a large winged form taking off into the sky.
Judging from what we had determined and discussed, it's like maybe I was a little right.
Did we hear the voice again?
About another 60 feet further off that direction. I'm unarmed. I promise I don't mean any harm.
Okay, try again. Where are you? No response.
Roll charisma.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay, re-roll then. Much better, 16. slowly see kind of creeping down from the tree, from one of the trees further off, you can vaguely make out the shape of a humanoid head. You see once again those bright eyes kind of looking down at you from its position. And then we'll let out the voice again, just, please, don't hurt me. I need help. And then we'll just a long talon will kind of creep, pointing down at the base of the tree.
I'll gesture to UA. Like, easy on the weapons.
Yeah, I give a nod as I'm already straightening up and putting the arrow away and slowly putting my bow back on my back.
And I'll walk closer, my hands out. We don't want to hurt you. Just trying to help.
You get about 50 feet from the tree. 45. 40. And as you crest a bit further in, the form will kind of point down at the base of the tree again, kind of gesturing a bit more now, and you can vaguely make out the shape of just a crumpled up humanoid form, just kind of curled in the fetal position.
Immediately rush over to them. Are they alive?
Yeah, you run up. Roll medicine.
Yeah, I'm following behind, probably quickening, but not nearly as fast as Mew.
I can grab. First off, you do see, as you slowly bring the up the woman's face kind of pointed towards you, just covered in cuts and scrapes and mud. You do see the face, eyes closed, of this woman.
Black hair.
Her body is cold, and she is not moving.
Not really thinking about myself in the moment. Whatever, like, warm, like, kind of like, I don't know, cloak or whatever I'm wearing right now, I just rip that shit off and start to, like bundle it around her.
Yeah, you wrap her up in the cloak best you can, and immediately as you do, you clock for some reason there's like this shimmering in your peripheral, being like, what the fuck? You look over, Mia's skin is sparkling. It's almost opalescently shimmering, is the best way I can describe it. As immediately, the cloak comes off, blankets and everything come off, immediately trying to bundle up this woman.
Yeah, my antenna kind of twitch and like my head cocks to the side a little bit. I don't say anything, and like I probably stare for just a second before like turning my attention back to the girl on the ground and then the talon thing.
And as you
up
look
in the tree.
back up,
Mm-hmm.
Give me a moment, please.
Oh boy.
Far be it be from the bee to judge what another person looks like.
Something wrong.
Dick so's uncomfy.
What?
Give me a second. Hold on.
No worries. I always get a clearer eye of the weirdos, don't I?
Yeah, that tends to happen.
I know why Braun smelled fear last time now.
And
It wasn't just
peering
John
up
Wayne.
from the trees, of this kind of perched in winged humanoid form, you see this thing.
Boy, here we go. Oh.
Oh, excuse me, what the fuck?
And it kind of looks down at you, the eyes still faintly glowing, with this soft, warm smile. And then you hear another voice come from this creature's lips. Oh, thank you, dear. You're too kind. And immediately the wings fly up off into the sky.
Could I tell that each of the vocalizations that it's made, did this one sound different than before?
Yes, it did.
Mimicry, okay. I'm trying to think, would Yue... Yeah, you said that Yue's been around Kenku, so she's probably used to people doing... of being of the borrowed voice. Okay. Though that very much does not look like a Kenku.
Nope.
Oh, joy! Yeah, just kind of almost like, just... I wouldn't say bemusement, but almost befuddlement. Just kind of... Yeah, creepy! Ben's got a good idea.
So, Mia, you currently have a body in your hands. You don't know how alive or dead they are.
Try not to think about that. Say, I finished wrapping her up and I look back at UA. We have to get her. We have to get her somewhere that can help.
Yeah, again, I kind of shake my head for a second after trying to figure out about the bird thing I just saw. I was like, yes, that... And yeah, immediately reach down with my forearms and just kind of pull her up towards, pull the body up towards my chest and give a nod to Mew.
All right.
And
I guess
it sounds like we're heading back.
yeah, I'm guessing you guys start running,
Mm-hmm.
as best you can, trying to carry this body. She is somewhat. I mean, I guess for you, it's a much easier to carry.
I was just saying, yeah.
Yes. I'll say, kind of looking at this figure, it seems to be either elven, half elven, of some kind. She doesn't, like, in human years, she does not look like maybe like 18, 19.
Okay, so very young.
Look at her.
Yeah, very young even for an elven.
The glasses are broken. Or there's definitely a crack in the lens. That kind of, like, scrambled off to the sides, from where the body lay. And so you're able to at least pick up what things that she had, which was mostly just the glasses and the clothes on her back. And you sprint your way back through the woods, through the trees, back towards the gates.
I think as we're kind of bolting back, I just kind of look over at Mew. Temple? Temple.
Wait, what's all this then? As you immediately try to go get towards the door, you finally do see one of the night guards, lantern in hand.
Yeah, just
looks like a portlier guy. And it's like, what in the night else? What in the bloody hell is it?
Yeah, my wings kind of like buzz loudly for a second. It's like, no time, let us in.
I'll say if you want to roll intimidation.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Soft 20. All right, miss. If you're part of the investigation, by all means. It's just immediately just kind of
yeah. As he starts talking, I just I shoulder smack the door.
like, there's this brief moment, Mew, where you just see this portly man about to interrogate this woman before he just kind of like scrunches in on himself and then just kind of gets shoved out of the way as as she just quickly opens the door, just barehanded, with two of her arms while carrying the figure, the woman and the other two. And just immediately is just mother instincts go.
Mommy bee. Yeah. Yeah, she immediately. Yeah. I keep alongside, or I keep maybe just ahead of Mew or alongside as we head towards the temple then.
Mm-hmm. And so you again sprinting your way over towards the temple. You go up to the doors. Immediately try to open it. It's locked.
Up, bang on the door.
Sure. Roll strength.
Probably, yeah, in like buzzing and fluttering my wings. Very loud.
6.
Not hiding any sound from it.
In that case, you roll strength.
Strength? Okay.
Normally, I would say disadvantage because of the body, but I think this circumstances, or I think a straight roll is fine.
Okie dokie.
Adrenaline's pumping.
Yes. Is it just a strength check?
19. Yeah. Again, with two of your spare arms, just like a gorilla, just boom, 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 like slamming against the door. It takes a few minutes as you're just kind of sitting out there in this freezing cold, trying to keep this woman warm as it's slowly sapping away your own heat. At this point, and eventually you just hear several locks unlock before just what in the face? Oh my God! You do see the elven woman, Adrian, showing for the party. They're just red hair, like it is entirely bedhead. It looks like she probably fell asleep at her desk. As she just looks up at you, looks at the body, just come in. Bring her inside. Bring her inside. Come quick.
Oh yeah, yeah. Even as she's thinking about it, I'm already stepping inside. Like I'm not hesitating for any politeness right now.
So damn it. Okay. All right. What happened to her? Where did you find her?
I found her out in the woods.
Okay.
So cold.
Actually, roll an insight check for me.
Insight. Got it.
17. You watch as she wakes up like on a dime. As there's this brief look of recognition of like, oh, I know who this is. Before she doesn't say a word. As she quickly just continues like, over here, into the sick bay. Follow me. Just again, just clearing way for you to bring the body through and into one of the beds. God, I have to do it. She's just sitting there, just kind of dumbfounded for a minute. Just, I know this is a big ask, but could you leave me alone with the woman for a moment?
Is there nothing I can do to help?
I'm going to be preparing a bath for her, to help warm her up, from making sure she doesn't have any frostbite. I am going to be disrobing her.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah,
yes, if you could kindly please.
Yeah, I bow my head and like rest her on like a sick bed, stepping back so that way then she can handle to it. And just kind of like again relaxing my posture now that okay, we're inside, we're in some places at least warmer than out there, stuff like that. And I'm like, thank you. and
Yes.
just kind of stepping back and like just outside of the door, just like against like just outside of the door jam. Not peering in, probably like almost like
Yeah.
nervously
bodyguard.
leaning against the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, bodyguard instinct. Yeah,
You
I
got-
play fighter
yeah.
to a T.
Yeah, the two of you are left for about, we'll say 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. You know, as just kind of waiting there in dead silence. All you can really hear is just the rummaging around, kind of swearing under her breath, and kind of pouring the water, you know, everything. As eventually, she was slowly kind of just like try to open the door, but like you're still leaning against it. Oh, pardon me. As she like tries to force her way through before you eventually move.
Oh yeah. Like I'm staying just outside of the door jam, just to because I know.
Oh, I am so
I'm in the
sorry.
way. No, it's fine.
Yes. Oh, she is alive, but barely. She is currently in a state of shock from the cold. She seems to have early stages of hypothermia. To be honest with you, it seems you just got her in the nick of time.
Like hearing that, I would just immediately look over to Mew.
I think she will live. I believe so. It is immediately up to fate now, of whether there's still enough energy in her body to, when she warms. I'll keep an eye on her for a few days. Just make sure if she eats, if she is in a coma. I do not know what to say. I thank you for getting her to me just in the nick of time.
Of course.
How did you find her?
Yeah, I give another quick glance over to Mew, kind of almost giving a kind of a look of like, should I?
It's not my first time trying to. It's not my first time tracking someone down who's been lost.
Roll deception. True statement or not, you're definitely hiding some emotions. Also, UA, please roll deception because you're also a part of this. Try it's a thing of hiding your emotions.
Give the other assistants.
No, not quite.
It's more like I'm not sure if I want to talk about the weird person.
You know, yeah, she doesn't give a shit right now. Not one.
Fair, middle of the night. All
Yeah.
that.
Gotta catch me very early in the morning, and you did. If you'd rather not say that, it's more than fine. But whatever's the case, I just thank you so much.
Of course. Apologies for such a rash intrusion.
No, do not apologize for saving a woman's life. You have done a good thing here. You have made miracles, sister. If I can, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Force of habit. She just kind of like plops down on one of the pews, just sitting for a minute. I would like to say I would get rest, but I'm probably going to be awake for the rest of the morning. Jokes. I suppose jokes on me for going to trance later rather than earlier. That's. So, did you know anything about this woman, or did you just find her out there?
We found her. Yeah, just kind of glancing over in the direction of like where the where we last saw where she was. Just kind of, again, my attention's a little scattered.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, whoever's popping. But yeah,
Sorry, I thought I was.
you're good.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could give you something.
I even at the mention that, like, one of my smaller hands almost comes up almost instinctively, like waving, waving away, like dismissively, like no.
No, you you are you are a saint. I promise that this will not go unpaid. But that's a later time.
Yes.
I only suppose that both of you would like to warm up and get rest. Is there anything else you need? I'm going to be busy tending to her probably until morning, but yes, anything you need.
More than fair. And we can take another quick glance over in that direction. Best of luck. And just Yue starts to like takes a kind of a step back, giving a little bow, kind of starting to create a little bit of distance just for the sake of almost politeness or some type of strange formality.
Andres, bless your step. Have a good night. Take care.
Mhm.
Yeah, and she will kind of escort you out the door, you two out the door, and just kind of close it and kind of lock it behind you.
And I just once on the other side of the door, just kind of almost like my body stops being a little stiff and just kind of leans forward a little bit, letting a shiver out.
Yeah, you almost don't feel the cold for a minute.
Yeah.
Just from everything.
Yeah. And I kind of just pause for a second and then turn to Mew. I saw what was talking, by the way.
Sorry, I just saw
Yeah?
what Pixel wrote on the map.
Oh dear.
Yes, continue.
What was it?
Not something I would think would talk like a Kenku. Here, let's get back into the other building. I'll try to draw it.
Alright.
Yeah. So yeah, heading back into the other building that we came from initially. Yeah, I immediately like go to my pack and pull out a scroll on my calligraphy set, and again, anything that I tend to draw has a weird stylistic style to it, but I give kind of the general shape of like the face, the head, the body, and just slide it over to Mew quietly.
Take a second to study it. Is this anything that I recognize?
Roll a history check with disadvantage. Your guess is as good as mine. You have never seen, like, you've never seen anything like this before in recent memory. Like, you can't even fathom, like, what the fuck was this? I mean, you can have your theories, absolutely, but like, yeah. I mean, yeah, you have no clue for certain.
Can't say that I've seen anything like this before.
Me neither. But yes, it was mimicking voices. The last one didn't sound like what it did before.
Perhaps that was John's voice.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, kind of almost like confused, exasperated, just almost chuckle of a huff, just kind of follows out. Just though, I'm starting to wonder if one of that kind wasn't the ones that made the markings on the trees. Almost looks like it could.
And it led us right to her.
Mm-hmm.
Probably knew that she was probably had knew that she was in danger, but
Yeah.
couldn't do anything directly to intervene.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey,
whatever it
Braun.
was,
Or hey, Tixel.
Yeah.
If you're still there, can you roll a D100 for me?
Oh boy.
Oh, goody.
18.
Okay.
I found something, hopefully. Hopefully she makes it through. Because if she does, I think we all have a lot of questions for her.
and even if she doesn't, at least she'll be hopefully more comfortable
Mm-hmm.
if she does pass. Better than being out in the woods freezing.
Absolutely. Yeah. My head just kind of bows down a little bit, kind of a little solemn. But again, yeah, understandable.
Now I'd like actually to briefly cut back over to the rest of the group.
Back to Dreamscape.
Mm-hmm. As Braun, as you're kind of sitting there, you kind of refuse to look back at the cabin at this point now, I presume. Just kind of looking out into the woods as you see snow slowly start to fall.
Do I see that figure that was there the last time I was here?
Roll perception.
You got it. Here we go. Still famously good at that.
5. No, this feels different. This doesn't feel the same.
God damn.
And as you watch the snow slowly start to kind of cover the frosted ground, Rio and Ale, as you're kind of inside, you see, like, as you two of you are kind of grossed in the books for a moment, and as you kind of look up, you do see the house itself is actually a lot darker than you first looked up at it, being like, did someone turn off the lights? No. The wood itself is blackened and almost looks like charred. There's that brief flash of black before it slowly shifts to gray, and begins to sort of kind of flake and powderize, as slowly kind of layers and layers of dust and ash and smoke. Slowly, there is no fire, there is no heat. You really feel in this place as much as you feel a lack of heat, a lack of warmth. Just watching as, like, it doesn't seemingly collapse in on itself as much as it seems to slowly transition. Like you can see a panel almost kind of warp and shift, briefly powderizing before laying down as just a caved-in ceiling on the ground beneath you. A hole slowly opens up in the wall next to in the corner you're sitting in. The bookshelves at one wall are, basically just kind of go up in a flash of powder. As it seems this place is slowly getting colder and slowly starting to fall apart. As Ale and Rio look out to see now the snow seemingly covering the ground and the trees, and the cold really starting to fade in, eventually everything slowly turns white. And the three of you wake up.
All right.
And as Yue and You are both kind of sitting there. The both of you kind of look up to see the barest hints of oranges and violets on the horizon as the sun is slowly creeping up. Just enough light to see the freshly falling snow start to very lightly coat the ground. As you realize now, you caught her just before it started snowing. That would have covered her up. Covered her in a blanket of snow. And as that realization kind of washes over you of how fucking lucky you are.
Yeah, my expression just kind of almost goes like, yeah, slack, and just kind of, coming to realization of it.
The rest of the party awakens, feeling, again, not warm, but not exactly freezing either. The lamp is still very lightly flickering amongst the group of you. As you slowly come to, the pot's still there. Actually, there's if there was any leftover from you guys eating, it's probably long since gotten cold. It's actually kind of a miracle it's not frozen. Currently, as you guys, three look up to see Mew and Yue already standing there awake.
Why is it
Right.
so cold?
I'm just gonna give Braun a bit of like a sympathetic kind of knowing look, but don't say anything, and then turn to Yue and Mo and what did you get up to through the evening?
I just taking like a couple more seconds to stare at the falling snow and just shaking my head again, kind of getting out of my thoughts, and slowly turning about to look over at Hale. Well,
I've been trying to talk.
Oh, sorry.
Oops.
Oh, sorry, we didn't hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. Just when so just kind of like got his hand over his face, just like trying to not cry, because like men don't cry. B, the whole like it's cold, don't want the tears to freeze.
Oh yeah.
Cold streaks of
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's...
Mhm. But he kind of just like sits up for a moment. Just went, what are you two up about?
Shaking from the thoughts of how close we had gotten for that, and just kind of glancing over at Mew for a moment before kind of slowly turning to Bran and Ale. Well, we found someone. We'll see if she makes it through, though. She had black hair. And, I kind of, Mew, are you still holding the scroll?
Had what?
Scroll.
Mew?
The drawing of that I drew on.
Oh,
Hello?
yes.
Is that...
A certain creature guided us there. Mew's got the drawing I tried to make.
I'll pass it over.
Uh, yeah, gonna glance at it. Fucking, I don't know what that is. As he passes
Yeah,
it
you have
over to.
never seen anything like this before
Yeah.
in your goddamn
Just-
life.
Nope. Just
Yeah,
passes it over to Ale.
and the worst part for that is it mimicked voices. It
Have
came
I
to
any idea what this is from the picture?
Alright, where is she?
the temple.
Would Rio recognize
Alright.
it? Because he's also a winged magical beast.
Rio, unfortunately, no. Ale, I will allow a history check with disadvantage.
4 notes. Bronze getting dressed in his gear before heading over to the temple.
17. This is weird. You never really got a name for this thing. In any of the documents you really got, and you kind of presumed it was just kind of metaphorical or a symbolism of some sort of kind. But if you have, from what familiarity you have seen from old Goliath carvings, and what old Goliath ruins, you have seen a very small handful of similar depictions to this of a effeminate or just a humanoid, sort of avian figure of some capacity, sort of nestled in amongst groups or copses of trees, seemingly having some ties to either the woods or nature of some kind. But outside of that, I mean, it was like a glancing depiction, and as part of some other mural or some other historical event where that being wasn't typically the focus.
Alright, so I describe it as this living myth to everyone. This kind of known but unknown creature of some sort of mythological nature.
Like a nature spirit?
Mhm.
As
The
best
most
as
that-
I could tell.
The most that you really could get, I'll say, with a 17 is that the figure never really had a pleasant look on its face. It always seemed to have a look of like dour or depressed or just really not having a good time, almost seeming like either it was just a very dour negative creature, or just, this is not a happy existence.
Fair. Well, we've seen it at the scene of someone being near dead and potentially linked to a death scene after the fact.
And that would
Perhaps
explain the
it does
marks.
have something to do with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brand, before you head out the door, and yeah, like I reach a hand out, it's like, she's probably not awake right now. Just got her in, and she was near frozen.
I just want to go see something.
Okay, and yeah, I slowly drop my hand away.
Is anyone following Braun out the door?
Yue probably wouldn't. Like, again, she kind of goes back to almost listlessly staring at the snow for a little bit.
And Mew is just now getting hit with the realization that she thoughtlessly, completely exposed herself in front of UA, and is now trying not to panic.
It's like internal panic.
Ale,
Um,
Rio, do either of you follow Brown at the door, or are you staying with,
Yeah, I'll follow Bran.
Okay. Rio?
Might as well follow the group then.
Okay. So, Braun, where are you? I'm guessing, are you headed straight over to the temple, or?
Straight to the temple.
Okay. Yep. You head over, like, as you're kind of speed walking through the square, you see a few townsfolk slowly getting up, heading out the door, immediately just kind of like, oof, immediately huddling up from the cold, trying to get, morning errands done as quick as they can before they get back inside where it's warm.
Like, no response to the cold despite, being barefoot.
Yeah. You managed to catch, about to open the door just as you hear the old wooden doors creak open. You immediately face to face with a much more well-kempt Dere Navi in front of you. Just, good morning. I'm guessing
Sorry.
you're. It's okay. Okay. Usually we do not get people out here bright and early for prayer. Usually expose the hunters with the out here. Sorry.
Not for prayer, sister, no offense.
I assumed as such. I'm guessing you're here for the woman.
Aye.
Of course.
Indeed.
Oh, yes, of course. Follow me inside.
Braun will hold the door open for the other two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she'll
And
lead you.
himself.
Yeah, lead you guys back over, back into the sick bay. The body has since been removed from the building, of Jonwin. Presumably prepared to be interred, to be buried.
Yeah, that's actually what Braun was about to say. Is she getting ready for burial?
Jonwin, Jonwin, yes. Her, luckily no. As she gestures through the door, I'm going to show the woman is now out of her old clothes.
My hunch here. Not good news.
Yeah, she is out of her robes, and is currently now wrapped up in blankets and just basically spare like white, basically patient robes, just of like simple linens. She is currently still unconscious, head kind of pointed upward. Her broken glasses are set off to the side on the nearby bedside table. She does kind of look like a corpse the way she's sitting, but like her face is flushed. There's warmth coming back into her body. She's alive.
Mm-hmm. Braun is gonna kind of like not really move. Okay. He's gonna do the thing again.
What you doing there, buddy?
The awkward thing. He's gonna sniff the unconscious lady.
I understand why.
We're still gonna judge you.
Roll perception check with advantage because smell. Because Darren is so caught off guard that she can't stop you right away.
Here we go.
It's okay. This is what Braun does. We just have to get used to it.
It is covered up a bit. It's covered up by a bit by the smell of just presumably just fresh linen and soap, and like this woman has been cleaned. But it is still faintly in her hair. That the same scent of the woman who ran, and the scent that was roughly on the oh my god, brain, the satchel.
Yeah. Braun's going to just kind of look at the priestess and go, Did she have both of her shoes when she came in?
I didn't even think about it. No, there was only one.
She was there. She ran. That much is obvious. What happened though? Hey, there was a there.
I figured as
There was a
much,
third
but
party we aren't privy to. Have you checked? Does she have any bolt wounds?
covered in cuts and scrapes. A few thorns. Had to be pulled out, but Oh my god! Now I'm sorry. Now I'm mimicking your accent. Shit.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure this just goes back and forth between you two.
It's fine.
She's not the killer.
But yes. I am. No, there was no battle wounds or crossbow bolts, scars, or anything like that.
That still tracks. If it means any difference to you two, as he kind of motions towards Ale and Rio, I'm gonna be in here trying to make sure that when she gets up,
I can take care of that.
are you sure?
I am not leaving her side until she wakes up. I have plenty of food stores. And she just kind of smiles.
I'm just trying to make sure you can go about your duty.
Dearie, you are the
Elle tilts her head at the lady. And do you know who she is?
Roll an insight check.
Mebron as well.
Sure.
Alright. Inside, I have training in that to a straight roll. That is 5. That is a 4. Why am
Nice.
I still at advantage?
I mean, there's definitely a look of deep concern on her face, and this look of, like, I'm not, like, as you guys are talking, just kind of nodding like this weirdly doesn't surprise me. But you don't really get any inclination of whether or not, like, if she was familiar with the person before any of the events happened. She just seems kind of like she's in doctor mode, you know, right now.
She's in doctor mode.
The doctor is in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But oh.
This changes everything.
but Rio, on the other hand, there, like, as Ale proposes the question, there's this brief kind of nervous twitch, of like, why are you asking that question? Like there's that brief kind of like lilt to the eyes of that look of like, oh no, before it kind of fades. Just being like, okay, this is, you know, they care about this person. This is fine.
Yeah. Yes. Not really getting that from the doctor. Either way, is going to put her hand on the shoulder of the resting girl and just say, "I believe you're Bella."
What?
All right.
She just brought fucking what?
Excuse me, ma'am? You know
Bella.
this?
I
This woman's name?
It has come to my attention looking for this for information on the murder of Jonwin.
Right. Okay. Where'd you find the name?
It
Wait,
seems
she. Oh no, this is gonna be fun.
this is someone that Jonwyn was doing what she could to help.
I'll say
We're
at
gonna have
this
to
point,
break it to her that Jonwyn did.
especially as you're looking at Darren's face, you watch the color slowly start to fade as she just starts describing where she found it.
You'll have to show me that. I'm with recreating it and all, but like, I need to see it. There's no context for this woman.
I hadn't thought it important until in the middle of the night.
We were going over notes.
I see. Well, I can ensure that she will be kept completely safe and protected here. I am more than happy and willing to comfort her. This Bella, that you said, until she comes conscious again.
Yeah, I seek nothing but protection for her as well. Everything I found leads me to believe that she is potentially also a victim in this.
May I insight that?
On who?
On my party member. Like what?
Okay. Talon, would you like to roll deception? Oh, almost a nat 20, go over to a 2.
God damn it.
Ale, as you're kind of saying this, there's a brief look from Darren, just kind of looking you up and down, and kind of has like a little nod of a little note of recognition. Doesn't say anything.
I mean, the party brought her in, guys. We can question her, of course. We want to keep her safe.
Yes. But I mean no disrespect, but I can't imagine that she would be very happy to see a bunch of random strangers.
Let's get back to the group. We've got the.
I wish you the best of luck in your investigation.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull out a simple little book on waterfowl that I took with me, put it down next to her, and take out a little bit of like a little snack from my robes and put it on the book for when she wakes up.
Aww.
That's not an all.
And then I will leave her.
That's not an all.
No, like a moment.
The snack left behind is probably not the most appetizing looking things, but
It's like jerky and birdseed.
it's a cat treat.
Oh god, it's a cat treat.
It's edible.
Damn, it takes a
Darren kind of weirdly chuckles at that, but just kind of smiles and gives a bit of a nod. Just, I'll be sure to offer her that, as well as a warm bowl of soup when she wakes up.
Wonderful. Please try and find us as soon as possible, too.
Hey.
And then Ale will leave.
And I manifest a glimpse on her, the lady.
On Darren?
Oh, yeah.
What for?
Don't know.
Oh dear.
Yeah, she has this brief kind of like moment where she's kind of confused, like what? She looks at you.
He's just gone.
What did you just do? What did you just do? You close the door behind you before she can say anything else.
Yeah.
Her glimpse was just the door closing in her face.
Yes.
No, the glimpse of the door's face, she stops right before it does. She's like, "What the fuck?"
Rio's just gonna give her a brush up against her, just to comfort her, and then follow the group or the two out.
Push out the door. Yeah.
Have a good day.
We are just a gaggle of weirdos.
She now has disadvantage on any fucking insight check on Braun. I'm joking.
No. And so now, do Braun, do you try to reconvene with Yue and Mew before you go anywhere else?
He's gonna wait at the front gate.
Okay.
Yeah, probably during that time of UA's probably like reheated a little bit of the soup and
yes, the half
just had a little bit.
Yeah, the orc woman kind of helps basically bring up a few hot stones to help warm up the soup a bit. And sends you out there basically with like almost like a transportable little like ceramic pot to keep the soup in. And it's just for the group.
Thank you.
Good.
Giving a nod while just looking down at this not terribly small woman, but just towering over.
Oh yeah, she's still you're still taller than her, but she radiates a very like similar energy to you. Like she is not backing down. She could give two shits.
Oh exactly. Yeah, no.
You're taller than her. She does not care.
You're both equally as tall in spirit.
Exactly.
She radiates BG, big green energy.
Big green energy.
She's not green. She's not green.
Oh shit, you're right. BRE. I forgot your. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
your orcs.
Yeah, fun fact: in this setting, green orcs are actually a rare thing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, think of Warcraft, and you've got the right idea.
I was thinking of
yeah.
Of Warcraftian orcs that have drank demon blood. Yeah.
Yes. Pretty much.
Not quite.
Making this
Yes and
when
no.
he was in.
Yes and no. Well, yeah.
Hashtag on the Warcraft way. Anyways. Yes, the party does indeed reconvene, soup in hand, at the front gates. What is the party doing? Where's everyone going?
When we get back to the other two, I'm just gonna say, it looks like Bella will recover. It may just take some time.
And head tilts aside. Bella?
Yes, from the note. Keep up.
Like, yeah, I just look over Yue just looks over the temple and just couple open mouth blinks and just okay. Poor B is confused. I think that's going to be a very normal thing for Yue.
So is the where? Okay, sorry. The party is reconvened. Where are you going?
The front gate.
Yeah, so you're at the front gate. Where are you going from here?
We're going to the quarry, right?
Yeah.
The quarry does seem like our lead.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we find more on Cassius.
And as the party is very quickly escorted, you actually do see that same guard, Yue, that you just kind of brushed past earlier, and he just like, what is it? And like immediately just like zips up a bit, maybe an extra inch or two in height, and just slowly,
sorry, ma'am.
like just slowly gestures, like, "Go on, guys, open the door."
Can I manifest? Okay, if when I manifest shared thoughts, can I do it in Yue's voice, bitch better?
Roll a
God.
deception check, either deception or
You
performance.
got it. Here we go.
I was saying that the worst part is like Yui's actually probably giving a softer expression in like a slightly more meek wave.
Yeah,
Brand's gone full chaos.
they are both the same. So come on, baby.
13.
And
How
just
wise is
for
this card?
reference, I'm going to pop the power.
Oh god, my brother was talking to me about this. As he immediately like starts clutching his head, like, get on my brain, get on my brain, get on my brain, get on my brain. Like drops his weapon, like looking over, like one of the other guys are like, dude, are you okay?
Honestly, and the other thing is because I remember this with the Mifeng. It's fucking hilarious because the Mifeng actually have an pheromone telepathy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is just a giant honeybee.
And as you very briskly make your way back out of the gate again, around the wall,
That poor guard.
around the wall, and down this very like actually seems trees have grown in the where a path used to be, around the wall.
If I'm gonna be honest, guys, Braun kind of needs something to distract himself. People...
Oh yeah, no, I'm guessing that's why he's being a little more chaotic, because he's trying to amuse himself to distract. Completely understandable. Trust me, I actually I'm living for it because I don't care. It's fucking hilarious. Yue is just confused.
And so, you immediately get this very like you smell coal dust. Immediately as you like, you smell smoke of like coal fire and oil. The closer you get to the brim of the quarry here, just hearing the bustling of activity and shouts going out, seemingly ferrying up and moving around these like these prominent like slabs, these pallets of rocks, seemingly just out over into various piles. Going about the business in a few different languages, actually. Some of them in common, some of them seemingly dwarvish, arguing amongst themselves. But Yue, roll a perception check.
Oh dear. Okay, 1 moment.
10. You swear amongst the chaos of all of these different voices you hear. There's this brief flashback of just the hustle and bustle of the ghettos of Everton. As you actually hear a voice echo out in Shengengo. Doshite! Naza kona koto suru? Like just sort of trailing off, seemingly arguing back and forth. A familiar tongue, amongst the hustle and bustling crowd.
Yeah, I kind of straighten up for a second, kind of antenna just flicking for a second, just out of like, yeah, kind of a shiver of, just I'm looking the direction where I heard the Shingingo.
And as you turn your heads, looking out amidst the again like just the crowd of like mostly big burly figures, very busy walking around the place, you look over to see off sort of towards the other side of the work camp sort of business around here, two kenku, two crow kenku, seemingly sort of arguing back and forth, and there's this brief blip in your mind of like there's something strangely familiar about this.
Yeah, I just keep like an attentive bead on the both of them. Like again, staying with the group, but definitely kind of that if anybody looked over, they could just see me almost glaring, like not angry, but intense, just kind of concentrating on the two, trying to keep up with them, observation wise.
One thing I will also note as you guys start walking in here, you immediately have a multitude of eyes looking over your direction. Like some people are a bit too absorbed into their work to really notice, but you still get plenty of glances. Like people are kind of drinking and laughing off to the side of like a makeshift table before they kind of slowly stop and like look over at you. Just kind of clocking the new people who just came in. As a few of them just kind of whisper amongst themselves, like, "You know, no, I don't know shit about it. What the fuck do you think?" Like there's the slow commotion, you know, kind of whispering as you folks are walking into the middle of this camp.
Yeah, I DM'd you as to not interrupt while you're talking.
Oh, yep, sorry.
No worries, no worries.
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay. Intelligence.
10.
Yeah,
Consistency.
It's key.
It is bringing up the barest motes of nostalgia in your mind of like why are these voices familiar? Something like I swear to God I've heard this here somewhere before. And there's a brief kind of flash in your mind along the streets of Everton of two much smaller corvids seemingly bickering back and forth between each other in mixed one of the alleyways. And you have that brief blip in your mind as a kind of flash looking back at the two, like I know them? That's the only flash of memory you can really bring up in your mind. You have zero other context.
I kind of pocket that and just kind of, if we get close enough, I might approach. Like part of me almost wants to, just out of like, if I remember them, or like, you know, if I remember them from my childhood, as you said, so it's like, no, I can't be someone from home, or from the home I know.
Can I help you, folks? As you're kind of standing there, for once you actually do see a figure that's as eye level with you. You see this towering Goliath man, probably standing a solid like, actually I'm trying to think of actually how tall is Yue. Yue's almost like what, 7 feet?
8 foot, 8'7".
Yes.
She is halfway to 9 feet.
Yes, if you're 8'7", this guy's about 8'7.5", 8'8". Very like like just barely creeping, looking down at you. You see this
almost instinctively. I first look down and then glance up.
This brick wall slab, this slab of marble in front of you, decorated almost seemingly in the multitude of both traditional and like very like almost like biker or gang tattoos. You know, you see just this massive figure walking up to the folks who just. Are you sure we do not have problem? I do not recognize your faces.
We're here. We're here on investigative measures. We were sent for a murder.
A few other voices kind of quiet at that. Here, kind of overlook hearing if you have more heads turn. A murder, eh?
Aye. In the woods.
And you have grounds for suspicion that the culprit of this murder is amongst our group.
We're just investigating where we can. Our leads have led us almost nowhere. With permission, we'd like to at least look around.
I'd say this is grounds for a deception check.
Deception? Why is this deception? Braun is not lying.
Yes and no. There's definitely a bit more to it. Because I'm pretty damn certain you folks do have leads here that you're to the mines.
We
If
had
we do,
someone
I've
kind of mention
forgotten.
it, but it wasn't like anything
wasn't-
direct.
Fair enough.
Wasn't
This
super
is
concrete.
genuine.
Yeah.
If we do, I have forgotten.
Okay, in that case, yeah, my apologies then. I miss unless at least I thought that was the lead you guys were going on. Or had the inclination for. It's fine, persuasion.
Yeah, what
Alright,
like
here
we
we
had
go.
someone mention this place, but it wasn't like anything like they knew for sure.
Mm.
Fuck!
Hey, Brian,
Do you have an
do you have a point of
inspiration?
inspiration?
Yeah, I do. Fuck it. Yeah, let's do that again. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, we won't. There we go.
The duality of fates. Fucking beautiful.
Oh. God damn it. The duality of Braun.
The duality of Braun.
Yes, this massive Goliath kind of like crouches down to look you dead in the eyes, peer
Does
deeply
not.
into them.
Does not look away.
Well, if you're about to be accusing folks of murder, I suggest you keep a bit more quiet. Hey, what are you folks standing around here? Back to your work, back to posts! As a few folks are like, oh, okay. Start going around. If you are wishing to investigate us about such crimes, you're going to want to speak to our foreman. Which I
And where might they be?
Gladly. And what is his name?
Mm-hmm.
That is our foreman. That is Foreman Glazek. And I will grab that name.
Glazek.
Glazek. He's in the middle of a very personal meeting at the moment with a confidant of ours trying to work on his prospecting venture. And so it is going to take a period of time.
I see. Perhaps in the meantime, are you familiar with anyone on site named Cassius Husher?
Roll intelligence on that.
Straight intelligence?
No, this is the guy rolling. Sorry.
Goliath is trying to be intelligent.
Ah,
Cassius, the owner of the hospital in Effalo?
perhaps.
I had an uncle who was transferred there. But I assure you, I'm not familiar with any of one folk. I would be fairly
Oh.
certain if I saw that man here in our shop.
You're familiar with him then?
Aye. Passing.
You would be sure if he was here?
Indeed, based on what I am familiar with. Might I recommend you folks sit down and wait while I go speak with Glazek, letting him know he has more visitors.
More visitors?
Insight. What does he mean by more?
Well, he's in a meeting currently. Yeah.
Roll
Never
insight
mind
going
then.
ahead.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, let's just do it just in
True.
case.
Okay, we both.
Oh my god!
This man has resting bitch face. And his
He
face,
sounds like he does.
his expression has not changed in the slightest the moment you laid eyes on him.
He is made of stone.
Literally.
Absolutely.
This man literally shits bricks. I do not want to fuck with him.
You're pretty sure he eats
I
them
now-
too.
I now worry about all the masonry around us.
And Ale with an 18. There is again he's a face of stone. There is very little change in expression with out of say an eyebrow twitch, occasionally, of maybe a slightly raised eyebrow, when someone mentions something interesting, but there is very little facial expression on on this guy. Seems very. Yeah, there's not a lot to go off of, I'm afraid.
Fair. Well, I will just tell him then, speaking in giant, certainly mean no offense, friend. We'll wait for your foreman. We just want to make sure everything's safe here as well.
He's kind of taken aback by that for a minute, just perking up, just, looking you up and down, where did you learn that tongue?
A past life, one might say. I became intimately familiar with it.
An eyebrow very slightly raises. Interesting. Well, just wait there. Don't touch anything. And I will let Glazek know. Post haste. Sit over there. And gestures over to an open, basically a makeshift bar table, just open air, where you see a couple other mining workers are seemingly taking a break, and they he kind of gestures over there and just looks over, sees it's occupied, and jerks with a head move, and all of them immediately scramble up and get grab their pickaxes and get right back to work.
Get out of here.
Good. With you in just a moment. And they'll walk down one of the tunnels.
I probably don't sit at the table. I probably stand and I'm keeping an eye on those. Once my attention is no longer on the Goliath, turning back to look for those two Kenku.
Ron sitting down, hand elbows on knees, head resting on the back of the hands in that when sometimes when you get really sick and you just need to rest, but you're trying to get in a position where if you throw up, you don't throw up on yourself.
Yeah.
That's how Braun's sitting.
No.
Braun, can you roll a perception check for me with advantage?
Oh, I can definitely do that, my friend.
Sniffa?
A sniffa sniffa.
Sniffa, sniffa.
This is because I've smelled something fairly recently. Am I right? 13.
Better than the 0 you rolled for the other one.
Braun, you're getting a weird sensation of like nostalgia. Like you're catching a whiff on the air. Like, I mean, of course, there's coal dust. There's some cheap booze, a little bit here and there, but like not specifically that. There's a smell of someone that like you swear like there's a familiar whiff to it, kind of lingering on the air.
Frustrating.
And unless anyone does anything else, waiting there.
I'd say only if those two Kenku get close enough to like not be within shouting distance, I would speak up to them. But again, that's only if they're kind of in near vicinity.
You do kind of clock the two of them looking. They seem to be arguing back and forth. Just kind of like it seems to be a bit of a heated discussion of some kind. After about like 5, maybe 10 minutes, eventually the one of them kind of storms off, while the other one just looks kind of like dejected. Before she just kind of like takes a deep breath and kind of leans up against one of the walls, and then kind of clocks eyes with you. Kind of tilts the head like, wait a fucking minute.
And I kind of tilt a little bit back, like I'm just, yeah, my brain's trying to scratch at memories. It's like names, who, what. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like raise one of my hands up to wave and kind of gesture a little bit over towards me.
Hey, Nature.
Sure.
Not to disrupt this scene, can I shoot a shared thought towards the cat? Like, do you smell that?
Sure. I'll say, yeah, these things happen simultaneously. Rio.
Do I smell it?
Sure. Roll perception check. I'll say with advantage. Because schneef.
It's almost like one can recognize another sniff.
21.
Hey,
Another sniff.
Is it? How do you feel about
Sniffer.
21, Nature? Huh? How do you feel about
21.
that,
Not bad. Rio, you're kind of taking a minute, like, You sniff Braun for a minute. As you're pinning out, like, something similar on the air. But, like, it's, like, faint. And it's kind of mixed with, like... I hate to say it, it's the smell of, like... It's like if Braun dipped himself in embalming fluid, is the best way I could describe it.
Oh God.
There's like that
Yummy.
faint whiff of like chemicals and death.
Formaldehyde.
Yeah.
Chemicals, death, and wet dog.
I mean, to be fair, it also doesn't help that it's cold. Have you ever tried to sniff things in the cold?
Yeah,
it is
exactly.
Not easy.
Like it almost makes the chemical smell even harsher, weirdly.
Yeah, a
Smell
little
it.
sharper.
Yeah. And so you're like, ooh, that's something. As you perk up, like, yeah, it smells like if Braun was dipped in formaldehyde. I don't know how else to describe it.
Oh.
Do you want to? Yeah, do you relay any of the information you get?
Yeah, it smells like dog and formaldehyde.
That does not click to Braun, I imagine.
Not really. Roll intelligence.
Oh, I'm actually good at that.
You might know a different name for
Not
it.
here.
Oh.
No,
No.
that was an
Nope.
advantage. Sorry. I'm gonna re-roll anyways. And that.
I'm fine with taking the 8, because the first roll.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
and
trying
then
to
we're
parse
gonna
through.
go. Oh, I'm using an inspiration.
Oh, you're using. Oh, okay.
Huh.
Never mind. Going ahead.
What's more with feeling?
That's worse.
Oof.
It is like now that chemical. Yeah, okay. I'm starting to pick up the chemical scent. Where is that from? Where did I smell? Where is that from? Like it's almost frustrating. Like you swear, there's something familiar about this. As for a moment, that smell almost kind of travels. It's almost like kind of leads and fades off for a brief minute as you kind of realize like the smell is slowly fading. Basically, almost as if like the scent trail is slowly disappearing, as if like they're walking away.
Yeah, he's not gonna. Well,
It's up to you.
Hold on. He's going for it.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna try and follow it.
I'll say trying to pick out something in a crowd. That's an investigation check.
I'll help
oh
him
my
with
gosh!
that.
Do you have proficiency in investigation, Rio?
Oh, probably not. Hold on.
You want to make a separate check? That's up to you.
An investigation, you said?
Correct.
Yes, I do.
It's trying to find details within the clouded mass. Essentially, we'll say. The reason you picked up on the scent is why you're able to make this investigation check.
So then I have advantage on the investigation from Rio?
No. But both of you could roll separately, though, if you wish.
You asked if Rio was proficient. Rio said yes.
Oh, yes, I thought you said no. I'm dumb. Sure. Yes, in that case, Braun can get advantage.
Here we go. My god.
Oh. You're trying to piece through, like, where is that coming from? Where is it? Where? You see seemingly, like, you only kind of clock it as it's cresting up the stairwell. You see the back of the head of this similarly tall, sort of darker skinned figure, dark hair. And you swear for a moment, like, is that? No, it can't be. And like before you even really like stand up to like start heading towards his direction, he's disappeared into the crowd.
I can't be.
I'm afraid that's where I have to end the session for tonight.
Bruh.
You bastard!
I already know what next week's stream is going to be called.
What?
Familiar faces, worn out places.
Oh, I was gonna say somebody that I used to know.
No, you're just somebody.
It's a generational thing, I think. We each have a song
Wait, shit, hold on, how far?
Oh, how far away?
Yeah.
I'd say about, by the time you clock him, probably about 60, 65 feet away.
Damn it, I think that's out of range.
Yeah, for your...
The message is 30?
Yeah, it's
I
30.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah. And I will talk to the more distraught of the two bird folk next time.
We'll have to see what's kind of fresh hell the players have just walked into next time on Legends of Nordareth Memento Magick.
Ah!
You monster!
What? What do you mean?
This early?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sniff a squad.
Sniff a
I was
squad. Hey.
Cat and dog man. Detectives.
Oh my
Nose
god.
detectives.
Nose detectives.
I'm so glad we both have that.
I am angry. No, but I love this game. Good.
Oh, thank you. Admittedly this was like
Everybody
both a
subscribe
lot
to
and
Nature
not a
Claws on twitch.tv/NatureClaws. If you're watching, you'll hear, or you're on YouTube watching the VOD. In that case, subscribe to the YouTube channel as well.
He's grumbled so hard he's going into Mongolian throat singing.
No.
Hold on, let me give me a moment. I'm on my way there.
Uh-oh.
Wait, to where?
Oh dear.
To anybody here, youtube.com/@NatureClaw519. If you're in the Twitch watching now. Yes, it is. I'm on it right the fuck now. 5189.
Oh, 5189. Okay, that sounds more correct. Yes.
There's
I
you and
admittedly
another
have been
guy.
slacking a bit on the VODs. I do need to get back up on that.
You and me both.
Yes, I need to get back on it. But yes, I'm glad everyone enjoyed the session. There was a lot of roleplay. It was both a lot happened and not a lot happened in the weirdest way.
Exactly. This has been very slow burn, which is not a bad thing. Far from it's a good thing.
I'm thinking there's probably going to be another. Well, okay, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything yet. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out.
I do apologize for my constant butting in and.
No, it hasn't been constant. If I needed to butt you out and be like they're having a moment, I am more than capable of doing that, and we haven't had to do that yet.
Everyone gets their chances to shine.
Yeah.
Some with a little more literal to it or not. I'm sure that will come up eventually with Mew and Yue. Oh, what's with the skin?
That's one of my favorite things. Is like episode 1. Oh, there's a werewolf, and then it's like, oh, that bandage is ripped off. Everybody knows that. There's much more.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Each of us are weird in our own ways.
But yes.
Gail still doesn't know if she can fully trust everyone fully.
Here you go, Hoomst. There's the YouTube channel. I know Hoomst. Yeah.
Instead of.
We should probably go down the horn. I don't know how to respond. How about Talon? Where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitch as Miss Talon. I do streaming, mostly alongside Miss Marikar, sometimes along Nature here, actually. It's going to be the next stream I do, where I'm actually revealing my new model.
Congratulations on you, friend.
Congratulations!
Congratulations! Congratulations! Fucking
congratulations!
Yes. What the fuck was the
Evangelion.
show? Yeah, Evangelion moment
Oh,
here.
sorry, I was thinking of a different meme, but yes, that works too.
Yeah, just the unnerving clapping and congratulations.
Pixel, you fucking cuckweasel. What words of wisdom can they find from your brain?
Sometimes squirrels are not your friend. However, other humans can be your friend.
Oh dear. Never trust
Sometimes humans can't be your friend. Sometimes squirrels
Sometimes humans can be. Usually humans can be your friend. And being there for others and making sure that you can be there to help, but that also involves making sure that you're taking care of yourself so that you're able to be fully there to help. Because there's nothing worse than just making it work. Follow me at twitch.tv/procrastination. The revolution starts tomorrow.
Don't trust squirrels. Got it. Hey Mew, Aviatrix, VT, where can they find you?
You can find me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/VHXVT. Play a lot of games and speak over all of them in a very soothing voice.
Indeed. And it is a very special mic that very occasionally cuts out because the gain is... I'm kidding.
Because the game is up through the roof. And when you clip, Discord just stops listening to you. Next.
Boy, cat, the code, the wisdom.
Go follow everybody here.
Cool.
That includes Nature Clause at twitch.tv.
Oh,
Includes a certain turtle.
Go stick your head into goat trough.
How dare you?
You hurt
Okay,
me,
Rolf.
you scrung waffle.
I swear you're just trying to do Rolfisms from Ed, Edd, and Eddy.
Oh shit, you're right.
Don't worry, Ed boy.
Don't worry, Ed boy.
Life has many doors, Ed boy.
Violence is not always the answer, Ed boy, but life is multiple choice.
No, see, violence isn't the answer, it is the question. The answer is what's up to you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Miss Marakar, where can they find you?
You can primarily find me here on Twitch. I tend to stream 5 days a week, so long as my body lets me. And I play all sorts of games. And
If the flesh is willing.
yeah, the flesh is willing, or if I can at least drag it to my chair. But yeah, I play video games of all sorts, from salty stuff like Helldivers to chill stuff like farming games and Dinkum, things like that. And I'm finishing a Gunpla build tomorrow, so
God, you're still working on that one.
Yeah, it's a 15-hour build for Psycho Zaku for
Go follow Marakar on Pla Monday.
Button plug.
Chill
exactly.
And fun to talk to. Everybody here deserves a follow.
Hello there, Twitch chat. You can find me here at twitch.tv/natureclaws. If you're not here already, if you're not here now, where the fuck are? How did you get here? Well, I know a number of you came here because of Beatrix's fucking generosity, and fuck you. But besides that, how the fuck did you get here? Why are you still here? Why are you staring at me like that? Please stop.
Why are you in my house?
Nature Claws ASMR. I've been told I have a voice for radio.
I'd say
but
so.
yes.
Do PogChamp, do PogChamp, do PogChamp.
God. We'll do that right before we leave.
You've done it before.
I guess you're right.
But now it's clippable, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh no, you becoming clippable?
Oh,
no,
wait, no,
it's
I
almost
lost...
like vengeance could happen.
No, I lost my audio file. Yeah, I had an audio file
what
of
a
you doing it. Remember, I lost
Nature submissive and clippable.
Anyway, so Tuesday you can find me playing some RPG Tuesdays, playing Persona 4 Golden. We're Kanji's gay sauna dungeon. It's very gay. It's very interesting times. It's probably more to it, but he's very gay.
You calling it a dungeon? Dungeon's very BDSM. BDSM is an acronym. So is LGBT. You call it gay, bro?
that was a stretch.
Wow.
Yeah, that
took a minute to get there. Anyways, Thursdays is Planet Zoo. I believe the vote so far. Actually, let me check the numbers. If you'd like to also influence this vote, there's also in the Discord, which is linked in the about section of Twitch down below.
Come
so
join
far,
the
it looks
grotto. We offer pancakes here on flooring days.
And juice boxes.
Only if you're in the
so-
Raccoonian, but the Raccoonian's very easy to join. All I do is
Saltwater crocodile. Saltwater crocodile looks like we're gonna be the next enclosure, unless it changes very drastically. And then it looks like Saturday normally is Cult of the Lamb, or just at this point kind of playing whatever the fuck I want. And then I believe that is going to be our collab stream with
Yep.
Colin and Marikar
Dinkum time.
playing some motherfucking Dinkum.
dinkum,
Dinkum
dinkum,
is
what is
it's
a
such a fun
dinkum?
word to say. Playing some motherfucking
Dinkum.
Dinkum.
Yeah.
But yes, yes, I believe that is all the shilling that needs to be shilled. I would like to wish everyone a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time zone they're currently in. Wish everyone a wonderful a wonderful coming week. And fine, I guess you are my little pog champ. Come here.
No, what the fuck?
All right, who's this is the raid?
Who's the bottom? Hold
Who's
on.
the apple bottom jeans with the boots with the fur?
Celeste Altaloon is streaming Lies of P.
That is true. He is indeed. We did rate her actually pretty recently.
That's
Mhm.
fair. I don't know many other streamer. Hold on, who's Tea Time Jess?
Who is Tea Time Jess?
24 viewers doing something with gators. So I feel that's very
Hey, that's on brand.
that's very on brand.
Oops,
Going for other reptilians, I see.
gators are love. Oh, they're playing a game called I Wanna Hug That Gator. What?
Oh, that sounds cute.
Yeah,
Is
let's
this
do it.
I've heard of that one.
Is this a gator dating sim?
Oh no.
Oh my god, is this
Oh,
what's the
she's-
bird?
Oh, I think she's a Parasaurolophus VTuber. That's adorable.
That is
Ooh.
adorable. Go send some love and some care and some hugs and
She deserves money. Give her
Give
money.
money. if you have it, don't
Yes.
look.
Yeah.
If you
Be-
have it,
yes,
give
first-
her. If you have enough
First be
money to
safe,
give her
first be
some money. If you
comfortable.
don't,
Yes.
go rob a bank.
No,
All
Texel.
right.
We fully endorse robbing banks here. Twitch.tv.
No, we do not.
I knew
The
my
opinions
ears
of Pixel
playing
do
Payday
not
would
reflect the
pay off.
opinions of the Nature
Shit.
Claws channel.
No, that would be
Nakarada.
fun. Wait,
Get your
Nature
mask
has
on, Gale.
Payday.
Oh, I do have Payday. That is true.
How
We
about
could
Nature
play
Payday
at some
2?
point.
We could all do Payday 2 at some point. Fuck
Hell
that sounds great.
yeah!
Is that the good one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Three is the bad one.
Okay,
I still
that's what I
like
was
3,
okay.
but
Good, cool.
But
You could.
two's
You
better.
can watch me
Payday 2
play
is the one
Payday
that-
2 blind. Let's fucking go.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah. Payday 2 is the one that played with his friends and did all the build videos on.
Oh, exactly.
But
yes,
yes, Badger, yes.
Yes. Yeah, but yeah, let's raid out.
Yes,
Yeah,
fuck, what's
right
our
out.
message gonna
What
be?
is the
Sniffer.
Sniffer Squad?
Now you-
Sniffer
Sniffer
Squad!
Sniffer
Fuck
Squad.
yeah!
Sniffer.
Sniffer Squad!
Sniffer Squad 420.
Sniffer
That's the
Squad
message.
420! I was gonna do Sniffer
That's the
Squad,
message.
lol.
Okay.
But yes, I would like everyone out there to please take care of yourselves, stay curious, stay positive.
Everybody, don't forget to chungle your beef.
What does chungling mean?
Don't worry
You'll
about it.
learn when you're old, anyways.
I'm in my 20s. What the fuck do you mean when I'm older?
When you're
It's a
older.
jungle in the jungle.
Exactly. See?
That doesn't make it any clearer. Not in the slightest.
Then if you don't understand, you're too young. Come on,
Anyway,
I don't see what's so complicated about
let's-
this.
Alright, take
Let's
care,
get going.
guys. Go chungle your jungle in your prungle.
No, you're supposed to
Yeah.
chungle your